you need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Hello and welcome to Stalagmite Oval at Palm Beach, Currumbin for a massive last round matchup. QAFL match of the day, round 20 action. We have first going up against second. It is the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions facing the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks for top spot on the ladder. My name is Jack Fulton, calling all the action alongside me this afternoon, Kane Brownie. Kane, what a ripper day we have for footy.
Thanks for the welcome, Jack. And yeah, look, I mean, you look around, talk about a perfect day for football. A little bit of a breeze coming into our faces here. We're in an interesting composition this afternoon. We're calling basically behind the goals just about, so this could be very interesting indeed. But I tell you what,
it's a good vantage point though here on the balcony of the Palm Beach Currumbin Sports Club, tucked away in the forward pocket, but at least we've got a nice elevated position. And this game, it has so many great storylines leading into it. The first of those, the two spearheads for each side. Matt Hamilton, he leads the goal kicking coming into this one, 85 goals on the season. Levi Casbolt for Palm Beach Currumbin, he has 73 on the season. And this shapes as being a shootout between the two big boys up front.
Well, I tell you what, you look at Levi Casbolt, and he's absolutely smashed the stats this season in the big man department. I mean, just having a quick look at, I mean, he's even got 150 hit-outs to his name as well during the year. 81 contested marks, 97 forward 50 marks, and like you said earlier, 73 goals for the season. So to say he's arguably one of the recruits of the year in the QAFL this season would probably be an understatement. On the other side, obviously, Hamilton, he's just about won every goal-kicking award probably for the last 5 years, to be perfectly frank. He's an absolute star for Redland-Victoria Point. 85 goals for the year, 91 forward 50 marks, which is ridiculous. Contested marks, 35. He hasn't been too good in the contested marking department. But, I mean, it's just an absolutely epic clash between these two for the minor premiership, you might say.
And all games in round 20 of the TPIL QAFL competition being played at the same time today. We've got some massive matchups across the board. We'll keep you up to date with all the scores from around the grounds as they come in. Kane, where do you think this match is going to be won?
Oh, look, the midfield is just so juicy to look at. There's a ton of players. I mean, a massive out for Redland-Victoria Point this afternoon, though. It's a massive loss. Campbell Aston doesn't look like he's playing this afternoon. He's been killing the stats as far as Redland-Victoria Point are concerned. I mean, he'd arguably be in the top 10 in the comp in disposals, contested possessions, clearances. He's been dominating that part of the ground. On the other side of the coin, guys like Tommy Simpson, who again, a bit like Big Levi, probably the recruit for the year for me. That midfield battle coming from Labrador, he's dominated the stats. Tommy Tyne, players like that. It's just so juicy in the middle of the ground. I think that's where it's going to be won today.
So our umpires are out on the ground getting set for this one, and our umpires partner proudly this season, Bradnam's Windows and Doors, and we thank them for their continued support of our AFL Queensland officials as Redland-Victoria Point make their way down towards our end of the ground. Both teams, they look absolutely primed for this one, don't they?
No, you're definitely right, and I'll just quickly go through those umpires. We've got field umpires Samuel Somerville, Andrew Beecroft, Jamison Galbraith, boundary umpires Christian Mild and Flynn Uphill. Goal umpires today, Matty Bridges and Alistair Meldrum. Good luck to the people in green this afternoon.
The Sharks have won the toss. They're going to be kicking to the right of your screen down into the sports club end where we are beautifully perched for this one.
It's just such a juicy contest. And I was talking to someone earlier this morning today that 2 days ago this ground was basically underwater.
Hasn't it dried out?
So the fact that it's come up this dry in only a couple of days, great effort by the Palm Beach Currumbin Footy Club to get up and singing And just quickly, again, I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago when the news was broken. It was so sad to hear about Jackson Graham passing away at the age of 22. I mean, talk about emotional overload for this footy club in Palm Beach, Currumbin. They got over the line just last week. It must have taken so much out of them, and then all of a sudden, it's a top-of-the-table clash for a minor premiership and possibly 2 home finals.
And we send our condolences to the Graham family. Just, such a brutal loss to deal with. Such a young man coming into the prime of his life. So very emotional scenes, and they have extra added emphasis on their premiership mission this year to do it for Jackson. As we get into the final huddles, the last messages, what do you think some of these messages will be being relayed will be, Kane?
Oh, look, I mean, the first 5 minutes is going to be absolutely brutal. Got to keep your head over the ball, win the contest, win your one-on-ones. And when you get an opportunity, don't make a mistake in the early stages. It's going to be crazy for both sides as far as the defensive units are concerned. Adrian Williams has just dominated the intercept marking stat again this year for Redland-Victoria opponent. He's always a brick wall down back. At the other end of the ground per se, Ethan Seacack's been brilliant for Palm Beach Currumbin this year. He's taken plenty of intercept marks as well. So, I mean, you got the two big, goal-kicking monsters, and you've arguably got two of the best defenders in the competition as well. So this is just, I'm absolutely pumped for this one.
And some added emphasis for one of the star members of Palm Beach Currumbin's midfield, Harry Benson. He's equal first in the Sid Guildford Trophy, the coaches' vote leaderboard, with Ben Woodburn from Surfers Paradise. So if he can score himself in the votes across this one, he could walk away with the Sid Guildford Trophy.
Harry Benson, I mean, you're looking at players, and he's the one I missed. Harry Benson, I mean, absolutely killed it. He's close to 500 disposals for the year, 230 contested possessions, 109 clearances as well, and he's got 85 tackles as well. So he's good on both sides of the ball, and he's that prime mover in that midfield group, that's for sure.
As both teams make their way out to their respective positions, we're just moments away from the start. It'll be Adkins and Malone doing battle in the ruck. That is a tantalising ruck battle. And two star on-ball brigades. Siren has sounded. Let's get underway. At Stalagmite Oval, Malone won the middle, got it down to Miller, who sent a high up and under ball. This will land inside the centre square. Going back with the flight of it was Beakoff Smart, and now Palm Beach Currumbin through the middle of the ground. Handball was picked off there by Offermans. Ball bouncing around in the middle, and umpire's going to come and call us a stalemate. No, we've got a free kick going the way of PBC.
Looks like it was
Beakoff Smart, who went long into the forward 50, and that one's been chopped off.
Looks like Adrian Williams down there.
So Redlands, they get out of danger through O'Sullivan at half back. He looks wide. He's got a man far side of the ground, finds him, and then they'll move it around the cape. Intent to work out the far reaches of Stalagmite Oval as Offermans goes long down the line, coming across for the spoil and out of play far side wing. No score as we tick over a minute plate game.
And straight away they're perfectly set up both these sides, so defensively minded. The structures are well. Phil Cass and David Armitage, both coaches, will be absolutely primed for this contest this afternoon. Ball gets thrown back in. Looks like Malone got the tap but couldn't get the clearance. Here comes Palm Beach through AJ Dawson. That ball gets intercepted across half back. No score at the moment, a minute and a half into the contest. Looking to go inboard now. That's a pretty dangerous switch over there. 2-on-1, here we go. Got to be held surely. No, says the umpire, play on. Looks like it was O'Sullivan there trying to clear the ball. Good tackle late. And that was Callahan laying that tackle. So another stoppage. Still in the centre square. Good crowd building here this afternoon down Palm Beach Currumbin. Malone with the tap out again. Looking for Brown. Couldn't get it to him. Malone drops a footy cold. Play on, says the umpire. AJ Dawson, not the best of handballs. Now they're away here, Redland. Good, great contest there. Callahan with the mark. Kicks to the pocket. Good start. Number 16. Well, straight away, he's not on my list. We'll have to work that out fairly quickly. Might have been a late change. So
it's composed ball movement going inside forward 50 for Redlands. Could have blazed long. Decided to find the man.
comes in now. Look at that for a kick. Straight over the goal umpire's hat. First blood drawn by the Sharks. Just under 3 minutes played, opening quarter. They've kicked the first major. They lead by 6 points.
That was a beautiful kick as we try to work out who's kicked that, because 16 not on our team sheets. Could be Cooper Pell, a youngster who's played some good football up forward for Redland-Victoria Point. But they've got the first of the day there, 1 straight 6. Palm Beach Currumbin yet to score. 3.25 minutes played first quarter. TPIL Lawyers match of the day. So Atkins and Malone to renew hostilities in the middle of the field. The Lions, they will be looking to respond. Ball goes up. Malone just dominating with that big frame. It was tapped on by Cameron. But here come Palm Beach Currumbin through Tom Simpson. Long ball. In, drops about 30 out. Mark's been taken by big Levi Casbolt. No, it's going to be a free kick. Free kick going the way of Jack Stringer. He was held in the marking contest as big Levi came across.
Well, the ball movement again pretty impressive by the home side.
Ball has been thrown back to big Levi.
Well,
so he gets the chance to draw first blood in the battle of the big spearheads for goal number 74 on the season. What a recruit he's been for PBC. In he comes the big man with that distinctive kicking action, puts it right through the guts. Levi Casbolt gets the first of the day for Palm Beach Currumbin. And it's 1 goal, 6 apiece on the scoreboard.
They hit straight back Palm Beach, the home side. So, just like we were talking about pre-game, these sides are not going to take a backward step all afternoon. Arguably, this could be almost a grand final preview. Redland-Victoria Point, after playing in the last couple of grand finals back-to-back years, couldn't quite get the job done. It's a brilliant opportunity for him to get back in that grand final and hopefully get some silverware. Still trying to work out who number 16 was.
I believe it's Cooper Pell as ball back in the middle. Malone got the tap down. Redland, they'll go forward in towards Cameron, being held without it. And now here come Palm Beach Currumbin. Beakoff Smart, chipping ball into the middle of the ground. Could have been a leg there, was Patterson. No free kick. Malone tried to come up with it. Couldn't get a clean handball away. Tyne goes back to Beakoff Smart. Now balling ball to O'Brien, who just put it on the boot towards half forward. It's going to be cut off here. Coming across was Smith. And Redlands, that was good ball movement. Quick 1-2. Scotty Miller, little handball over the top. They're going to go forward inside 50. Ball came off the boot. Scrubbing towards the half-forward flank. And another throw in. That was good defence there coming across by Luca Laverde. And we'll have a throw in just outside the forward 50 for Redlands into attack.
And Marcus White as well, putting the pressure on as well. He's been brilliant this season. Ball gets thrown back in. Malone playing the front. Simpson got the row, but straight away intercepted by Redland-Victoria Point. Here's a chance for the Lions. Tommy Tyne gets that intercepted. Malone, good luck marking this. Players are going to come together here. Huddy couldn't quite get to the contest. Seacack was there. Hamilman in the goal square. Well, Huddy had to go, and it was Callahan again. We got that little kick out. Hamilman playing in front. Callahan's had a pretty good start to this game.
Yeah, he's been very good early. And when you've got a target like that, you just got to get it on the ball, on the boot quickly.
Hamilman now. Getting closer and closer to that triple figure mark. Goal 86. It's home. So first one on the board to Matty Hamilman. So both the key forwards have got 1 goal apiece. And great start from both these sides.
It's been hot early in the clinches. Ball pinging around, a lot of quick handballs. both teams unable to get too many clean disposals. It's everything we expected out of a top-of-the-table matchup.
And typical, and first rule you learn when, as a key forward, play in front at all times. Matty Hamilman is one of the best forwards, arguably, who's played in this competition.
So the Sharks out by a goal. Malone tapped it down, beautiful tap. Went looking for Petterwood, who couldn't get a clean handball on it. Malone, 1-2. He's racking up the touches, the big man in the middle of the ground. The ball comes out, half-back flank. They're going to go across and find the number 9, Mitch Stallard, who goes up the wing, looking for Callahan, close to the boundary line. He took the mark, wheeled around, played on. He's going to send it in long towards Hamilman, who's got front position, but getting out the back there, couldn't complete the mark. It was towed off the ground by Huddy. It's going to go across the face and out for a boundary throw-in, so a let off for Palm Beach Currumbin. Mark should have been taken there by Jed Harrison, going back with the flight, just couldn't complete it. And Harry Heathcote, the young man in the 91, got the big job on Hamilman. So ball back into play. 30 out. Atkins got front position, took it out of the ruck, managed to get it to O'Brien, who just heaved it on the boot. It was smothered off the boot, working close to the boundary line with Serkak. Couldn't keep it in, and we'll have a throw in, 45 out.
Well, Seacack and his direct opponent were too busy pushing and shoving. The ball just landed in between them. So keep your eyes on the ball, boys. The ball's going to get thrown back in. Left half forward flank for Redland-Victoria opponent. Seacack's still going at it. Take a decent throw in there. Beautiful throw in by the umpire on that occasion. Huddy got the tap. Got the road as well, the Sharks. Up towards Hamilman. Now, is that a hold? Yes, it is. So, free kick to Hamilman. Pretty much in the same spot he was in moments ago. Line up for goal number 2.
Now, it's a big task there for Harry Heathcote. He's in trouble early.
Hamilman, goal number 2 in a minute. It's all clear.
Rammed it through right over the netting.
Takes another step towards that triple figure mark.
Well, he needs 15 to get to the ton. He's made a good... he's on track.
Well, he's kicked a couple early.
2 goals, 10 minutes in.
13 to go. Just kicked a lazy 11 last week, which wasn't a bad effort.
Doesn't he need to go at 4 a quarter?
Not too bad.
And he's kicked, 2 goals in the first 10 minutes. So, look, we're on track.
No, 10 minutes played. They've opened up a 2-goal lead. No one's missed a shot on goal yet. This is a beautiful day down here at Palm Beach, Currumbin, ladies and gents. Not a cloud in the sky this afternoon as play continues. That was Palm Beach. Got the 1-2 with himself, Harry Benson. Here's a chance. Kick towards the goal square. No one really at home for Palm Beach. It's a 2-on-1. Just rolls through for the first minor score of the afternoon.
So Matty Thompson to bring it in for Redland-Victoria point. He doesn't want to waste too much time. He goes short into the pocket and finds Adrian Williams. So camped in their defensive 50, the Sharks. So Williams, with limited options, he's just going to hoof this one long down the line. He's put a good fly into it. Coming across for Seacack. Couldn't take the mark. Ball on the ground, and umpire's going to call a stalemate. We'll have a ball up. Palm Beach Currumbin side of halfway. So Malone and Atkins, this has been a good ruck battle. Ball close to the boundary line. Chapman kept it in, put it on the boot, just dribbling along close to the boundary line. Lions managed to keep it in. No, it's been called.
It's good when
that was it.
It's good when the Sharks bench are raising their arm going, no, that was out of bounds. So I think they got away with one there, the Sharks.
They sure did. So ball on the clubhouse side of the ground. Centre wing will have a ball in. Atkins and Malone. Oh, big Malone just worked his way to the front. Big, powerful boy. Plays on hands and knees there. It shoots out of the contest, goes out across the line. Could this be insufficient? It's going to be paid. So the Sharks will get the free kick and will go the way of Harrison Hunkin.
You're right with that assessment before. It's QAFL, the number 16 for the Sharks. Speaking of which, he got a nice little shove in the back. No, it's Brown. He's kicked 26 goals this season. Hamilman again, 3-on-1, broad to the front. Seacack with the roving, instantly tackled by Hamilman. So they've locked the ball in here pretty well already, the Sharks. Not giving Palm Beach easy outs. Hamilman's going to play the ruck. Looking for Pell. No one really can get a clearance. Dawson hunting the ball. Gets back on the right foot. Uses the handball pretty well. Looking for a teammate in King. King gets it on the boot. Pushed towards a teammate. Now they're going to play the mark here. This is Blair Rubach. Rubach on the right foot. Up the line. Casbolt. Good contest. Still got to the front. Oh, absolutely poleaxed there by King. Palm Beach putting their best foot forward at the moment. Ball rolling towards the boundary line. Could be holding the ball. No, says the umpire.
Scotty Miller just got jacked up. That was a big hit, but he got straight back to his feet. Scotty Miller made his 200th earlier in the season. The ball at ground level. Owen, high up and under ball. That's gone about 30 metres up and 10 metres forward. Close to the boundary line, and we'll have another throw in. So after both teams trading goals in the opening 10 minutes, it's been a bit of a stalemate in the last 5.
No, which is to be expected.
The Redlands lead 3 straight 18. Palm Beach 1-1-7. We tick up towards 14 minutes played first quarter on TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day. O'Brien had it, could have been pushed in the back. Umpire said no, and we'll have a ball up. Dead centre of the wing here on a beautiful day at Stalagmite Oval.
It's all one-on-ones forward of the footy for Palm Beach.
We've got a free kick that's been kicked out of the ruck contest. It'll go the way of Huddy, who rams it on the boot in the Hamilman direction, who gets front position, takes it on the chest. Too big and too strong from Heathcote, so Hamilman is... He'll have to kick it from just outside the arc, but we know he's got the range. He's a raking kick of the footy.
Well, Seacack was trying to get back to make it a 2-on-1. Just couldn't get back in time, and Hamilman again playing in front. Once a big fella like that plays in front, good luck trying to punch the ball clear of him.
Hamilman steps up to the plate. He's got 2 already. This would take his absolute best. He's given it a fair ride. It's working its way back. It's just going to fall short. And Graham on the line. So Seacack, in fact, on the line, came across, took the intercept mark, and no score for the Sharks.
Seacack now from full back. Finds a teammate there. Looks like Laverde. Laverde back in the middle of the ground to Hollier. Hollier out wide, but it worked out fine. Handball back and board to Simpson. This is the run and carry I've been looking forward to this afternoon. Sharks defended well though. Blocked the space up, and here they come on the rebound. Got to make the contest. Great effort there. Diving punch over the line. Looks like it might have been a
Liam O'Brien
coming across. Had to put his body on the line.
Put the fist in, so ball out the side of Stalagmite Oval. As we're just waiting for the ball to be retrieved by some of the Palm Beach Currumbin locals. It is now. We'll have a throw in.
Looks like we've got a bit of a barbecue set up over there, having a nice feed and a couple of beers.
Can we get some up here? Ball comes down. Jed Harrison looks towards the boundary line, and he's found a man out there. It's Reece King. So King sends it towards half forward. They're working the ball nicely. Here's Benson. Half forward flank, about 60 from home. He's going to set this one up to about 20 metres out. Strong grab taken.
Now, there was a block put on. Umpire didn't see it. Great block by one of those smaller-bodied forwards for Palm Beach. Let Levi Casbolt get a free run of the footy.
And we know how strong his hands are. So Levi Casbolt from around 25 metres out, tight angle. Go back and have a look at his second of the day. Kick 1 already. And this will take a good kick from Levi. The breeze starting to pick up. Here he is on the approach now. Makes okay contact with it. He's pushed it across and a minor score. So Palm Beach moved to 1-2-8. Redlands 3 straight 18. 10-point margin. 17 and a quarter minutes played first quarter.
Well, here's a chance for Redland to come back out of trouble. That's O'Sullivan down there, one of the best players on the ground in last year's grand final decider against Morningside. Play continues, 2-on-1. Good contested mark down there by Hambleton. Hambleton now. Little chip kick, not great, gets intercepted. Now can they start moving here, Palm Beach? Haven't had a lot of room to move. Little chip kicks, okay, not great. Chip to the pocket, chip to half forward actually, so he's found a teammate down there, right on the boundary line. Probably line up from about 40 out, tight angle. Take a massive kick from where he is. 18 minutes played, opening quarter, 10 points the margin. Can they peg one back here, Palm Beach? Comes in, right foot, right to the hot spot. Good spoil there by Sharks. Straight away kick on the boot. It's gone out on the full, so it's going to be ball back into play by the Sharks.
So deep in the back pocket will be Harrison Hunkin to take the free kick. Content to just bomb it along up the line. Big pack of players went over the head of Anderson. All Palm Beach Currumbin at the fall of the football. Here's Hollier, who sends it up towards the forward 50. Casbolt came out, took the ball, tried to get a handball off to Harrison. Patterson was lurking around there. It comes back to Tyne. Still trying to get a clean possession on the footy. O'Sullivan went in there for the Sharks. And eventually it's gone through for a minor score.
Jeez, whoever that was absolutely launched it from about 55 and got the distance, just off with the accuracy.
Sharks, Palm Beach Currumbin peppering the scoreboard 1-3-9. Redlands 3 straight 18, 9-point margin. As the ball comes out towards Malone on the far side of the ground, he couldn't take the mark. Sweeping in there was Beeman. Got a handball back to Seacak, who's been one of the best for Palm Beach Currumbin so far. They sweep the handball further back, and getting on the end of it was Harrison, who looks towards the wing for a man, and it's punched out across the line, so we'll have a throw in.
Stallard defending well, the captain for Redland-Victoria Point, just punching that ball clear. So, again, Redland is still winning the ground battle at the moment. Palm Beach are used to having a bit more room to move, and all of a sudden, got to find different avenues towards goal.
In no hurry to give the ball back out there, the Palm Beach Currumbin faithful. We've got it back now. Ball back in, Malone, front position again. Bursting through there, ball's hit the umpire. Umpire's decided to call play on. Big pack of players over it. Eventually it comes out in the way of Tyne. Tyne gives a handball to Dawson, and Dawson goes up the line. His kick has been intercepted by the big fella Malone, who's seen plenty of the footy in this first quarter. Malone just chips it up the line. That's a poor kick. He's turned it over. Wasn't called 15. Tyne got a hand on it and just whacked it on the boot. And here's Beeman. Oh, Levi Casbolt. Strong close to the line. It's going to go in towards half forward. Mark almost taken there. Patterson beating a couple. And now the handball's come out to Hollier, who has a shot on goal, and he's put it through. Matt Hollier kicks his first of the game. And Palm Beach Currumbin closed the margin to just 3 points. Right spot, right time, and he was flying by, and the finish was exemplary.
Well, geez, that handball in the middle of the ground to free him up. How good was that? Didn't have to break stride. Got the ball on boot quickly, and from about 45 out, didn't look like missing. Hollier with the first. Casbolt's got the other goal.
So after Redlands controlled the first 10 minutes, 3-1 in the first 10 minutes, it's been pretty much all PBC in the last 10 minutes of the game to really tie this one up. 2-3-15 Palm Beach. They trail Redlands 3 straight 18, 3-point margin. QAFL TPIL Lawyers match of the day.
Well, it's just perfectly poised at the moment, isn't it, ladies and gents? 3 points the margin, 22 minutes played, back in the middle of the ground, Malone. Sharks get another clearance, kick towards true centre forward. Huddy's down there, couldn't really get to the contest. Good work by Palm Beach. Got a little bit of an overlap handball going. Found some open space at half-back through AJ Dawson. Dawson comes back in board to Tommy Tyne. With the recruiter Tommy Simpson, Tommy Tyne's had a bit more room to move and play in his best position. That kick wasn't the best. Rolled over boundary line. Boundary throw-in. Basically, centre wing. The crowd's still building down here at Palm Beach, Currumbin. Get down here if you're close by.
It's a ripper turnout.
Top of the table clash. Whoever can win this match will win the minor premiership. Ball gets thrown back in. Malone playing the front. Got the tap. Palm Beach with the clearance. Here they come now. Kick towards true centre half forward. Casbolt could have been held.
Free kick.
Free kick.
Going the way of Palm Beach Currumbin.
Oh, look down there. Is that
It is going the way of Corey Beeman.
Corey Beeman?
Steeman Corey Beeman.
Kick goal of the year last year too. Corey Beeman.
Can find the sticks.
Absolutely ridiculous goal. Those soccer fans out there, basically it was a somersault kick about
A bicycle kick.
3 foot off the ground in the goal square.
This one a little bit easier.
Just a little bit easier. Corey Beeman. That kick's true as well. So Palm Beach hit back again, and all of a sudden, guess what, ladies and gents? They've got the lead. 3-3-21 to 3 straight 18. Corey Beeman with the first of the afternoon.
I think the last 2 goals of the game, and we've had the last 4 scoring shots.
When you look up the ground, you go, I mean, for Redland-Victoria Point, Cameron saw that higher up forward, number 20. Huddy's been pushed down there.
Seems to be Hamilton or bust for them at the moment.
To sort of stretch the Palm Beach defence. I mean, you look at
bad game plan, though.
You look at Huddy against CCAC. I mean, look at the height discrepancy between those two. Good luck. So back in the middle of the ground, Malone. But again, Palm Beach get their first possession. That's on the ball. Advantage paid. Speaking of Hamilton, it's aiming for him now. CCAC playing in front. Hamilton hits the contest hard. Good tackle by Peterwood. Huddy trying to win possession. That's not the best of handballs. Kick towards goal. Guess what? It's another one. Cooper Anderson, well done. First of the afternoon for him. And they hit straight back to get the lead back to 3 points.
And you could just see with that high ball coming inside the forward 50 for Redlands, every Palm Beach Currumbin defender in the vicinity just folded in on Matty Hamilton, which left players like Cooper Anderson free at ground level when the ball eventually hit the deck, and classy finish from 40 out.
Well, that's the thing too with Hamilton. He's such a big man, but he's always a team man. So if he can impact the contest, I mean, like you said, there was probably 4 lines around the drop of that ball, and they're all concentrating on one bloke. So good forward craft by the forwards for Redland-Victoria Point on that occasion.
They've taken the lead back, 4 straight 24, Palm Beach 3-3-21, 3-point margin. Malone and Atkins in the middle, hit Atkins in the face. Scotty Miller just toe poked it forward. Here's Chapman, picked up the footy, handballed it back looking for Malone, overshot him. Getting in there was Stallard, still too hot to handle, and now a free kick for a high tackle will go the way of PBC.
Looks like
it's going to be Benson.
It would have been good to have some Benny Hill music on that occasion.
Benson goes looking for Casbolt. Strong mark, 25 out. Took it at its highest point. And poor old Luke O'Sullivan did everything right there and couldn't get near it. That is the range that this man, Big Levi, has. And he'll go back looking for his second of the day's kick. 1-1 so far, and this to give Palm Beach Currumbin the lead on the eve of quarter time.
Well, such a big man, but when you get free run of the footy like that and be able to launch with the ball, good luck contesting that.
Here comes Levi, makes decent enough contact with it, loves it off the boot. He's got a second. In the Casbolt-Hamilton battle, it's 2-2. Palm Beach Currumbin take back the lead, 4-3-27. Redlands 4 straight 24, 3-point margin, 27 minutes played. TPIL Lawyers match of the day at Stalamite Oval on a beautiful Saturday afternoon at Palm Beach. Where else would you rather be?
Well, you wouldn't want to be anywhere else, I don't think. I mean,
Couple more degrees, I'd want to be at the beach, but...
Well, hey, as soon as this game finishes, mate, you can just duck across the road, basically, and jump in for a nice cool down. The one I haven't seen as yet is Dylan Patterson. I haven't seen him around much at all.
Dylan Patterson, who starred for the Allies in the Under-18 National Carnival, as Malone got it down. Scotty Miller was ripped off his kick. And you've got a stalemate middle of the ground. Well, the ball up inside the centre square. Won't be too long to go in the quarter. Malone got it down. Working in there was Petterwood. Now on the boot through Chapman. Hamilman got front position, took the mark. Able to get rid of Heathcote. Too big and too strong. And took the mark on the second juggle.
Well, he's tried it half a dozen times already. Playing Hamilman from behind is not going to work this afternoon.
It's fraught with danger, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So Hamilman, easy proposition for him. 30 out, directly in front. Ambles in, and I think he's missed it. He has missed it.
Just
maybe I've mozzed him.
Post height, just smack to the right at the last couple of moments. So
it's a big let off.
Massive let off for Palm Beach Currumbin as Peacock Smart straight up the middle of the ground to Marcus White. White now.
Beautiful kick.
Chips to Simpson out wide. He's got an overlap if he wants to use him. Decides to go a bit more direct. No bad contest. Up and running. Launch towards goal. Who's there? Casbolt playing in front. Surely a free kick. And is. Hopefully that's Casbolt down there. I'm so sorry, ladies and gents.
It is Levi Casbolt, and it was Adrian Williams who just tried to body him out of the contest, and a free kick for holding on.
Well, I'd be more comfortable having Adrian Williams playing on a key forward than a lot of blokes in the competition, but Levi Casbolt is going to line up for another goal. Straight over the goal umpire's hat, it's there. So Casbolt hits back. He's kicked 3, would you believe, in the first quarter. It's the Casbolt Hamilman show at the moment. The big key forwards. Plenty goals kicked between them this season. Casbolt's on 76. Hamilman, 87. Probably 1-2 in the goal kicking competition, to be honest, this season. So, looks like Harrison's lining up on Huddy now, playing forward. I like that. I'm a lot more comfortable with that one-on-one than having Seacax standing next to him, giving him about 3-foot height advantage. Seacax lined up on Pell.
The ball up. Malone just grabbed it out of the ruck, and then he was tackled. I think that'll be a free kick for holding the ball. It is. Free kick will go the way of Tom Simpson. And Simpson in the middle of the ground. No, it'll be Atkins that takes the free kick. 1-2 with Simpson. Gets it back. And they'll go looking towards the half-forward flank. Taking a good mark above his head was Graham. So Graham is pointing long in the Casbolt direction, and why wouldn't you go to him? He's kicked 3 in the first quarter. Sets it up to the hot spot. Malone gets in the hole, takes the intercept mark. That's what you need to ruckman to do as Malone looks across the ground and finds O'Sullivan in the back pocket. O'Sullivan moving it on quickly. Poor kick. Picked off by AJ Dawson, 45 from home, 45-degree angle.
Well, it's all good to go with the switch, but, geez, you've got to hit your targets coming out of defence, and that was a shocking error to land in the lap of AJ Dawson. The captain today. He's been one of the stalwarts of this team for a long time as AJ Dawson.
He'll have to kick it very well. It'll take his best. He'll have to strike it from right on the 50. He's got good contact on it. It's travelling. It's just fading across to the left-hand side. And a minor score. So Palm Beach moved to 5-4-34. Redlands 4-1-25. It's a 9-point margin. 32 minutes played. TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day.
First quarter. Ticked over the 30-minute mark. So what's going to go on here? Got called to play on. Decides to go long. Look at the numbers around the drop of this ball. Good luck trying to work that out. Harrison was trying to get it. Couldn't get it. Redland-Victoria point. Handball over the top. Still with Palm Beach through Simpson. Simpson. That's a great kick. Tommy Tyne.
They're lining up on the far side here.
They got the switch. If they can use it well, Beekoff's smart. Chips over the top. Got a little bit of an overlap going. Kicks to the pocket. Looking for Casbolt again. Over the back. Looks like Malone down there.
So siren has sounded, and at quarter time in the top of the table, last round matchup, Palm Beach Currumbin take a 9-point lead into the first change. That quarter going over 33 minutes, and we saw the start of a shootout between the two big spearheads, Levi Casbolt with 3, Matt Hamilman with 2 goals. We'll take a quick break and be back with all the second quarter action in just a moment.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Hello and welcome back to Palm Beach, Currumbin for the QAFL TPIL Lawyers match of the day for round 20. Top of the table matchup between the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions and the Redland-Victoria Point Sharks. At quarter time it is Palm Beach, the home team, holding a 9-point lead. My name is Jack Fulham. Alongside me on the broadcast this afternoon is Kane Browning. Now Kane, we have every match in round 20 of the TPIL QAFL kicking off at the same time today, which means every match across the round is at quarter time. Take us through some of the scores.
Well, just quickly, got Broadbeach versus Labrador this afternoon, 4-7-31 to 1-2-8. Broadbeach leading that one. Maclebat and Aspley. Aspley have got off to a good start, 7-4-46 to 3-1-19. Noosa and Cooperoo battling it out. 6 points the margin there. Noosa with the lead, 25-19. Palm Beach and Redland down here, obviously 9 points of margin. Morningside and Sherwood battling it out as well. 11 points of margin, Morningside leading that one, and so does Paradise and Maroochydore. 2 points of margin in favour of Surfers.
And it's half time. We'll run through a few more of the finals machinations as play gets back underway in this one. Sharks kicking to the left of your screen in this second quarter, and it's going to be a free kick going the way of Owen, who puts it on the boot towards half forward, looking for Hambleton. Hambleton got it towards the back. Working away there was Callahan close to the boundary line, but Palm Beach have come up with it, and the mark has been taken at left half back by Patterson, who was slow to get into the game, but starting to work his way into it now. Handball looking for King, who had to stop and prop, and now a kick comes up towards half forward. Casbolt had front position, bounced over his head, cruel bounce, picked up by Stallard, who couldn't keep the ball in, and will have a ball in between wing and half forward. Redland slightly into attack to start the second quarter. Tick up towards a minute played.
Well, Stallard definitely kept the ball in right to the point where he tried to bring the ball back to his boot, and he was about a foot outside the line. So he moves back into his back pocket position there. Stallard, Casbolt and Williams. What a juicy one-on-one. Handball, not really to anyone. Not sure where he was going with that. It's been played deliberate.
Insufficient intent. That was red hot.
The contest was red hot, and then got the handball out and realised, hang on, there's no one within 10 Ks of that ball. It's Simpson. Gets the pass. Now that's, is that going to be, no. Well, I reckon they got away with that one, the Sharks. Little chip kick, Fallon's Dawson. Dawson. You got Beeman, you got Casbolt. Doesn't get to either of those two. Drops in front. Williams trying to do the blind turn. Not a stoppage. Peterwood's been a bit quiet for Redland so far. Malone got to the front again. Casbolt been in the ruck as well. Absolutely crunched. That contest wasn't going anywhere.
Could have been high on Charlton Offermans.
Well, it's a bit hard when Casbolt's a good foot taller. I don't know what Casbolt's meant to do there. Anyway, Sullivan smashes out straight to Beeman. Beeman, Williams playing sweeper role. Probably take that as a win, the Lions, because it's out of bounds. So it's going to be a throw-in, right forward pocket here for the home side. 9 points the margin, 2.5 minutes play.
So Casbolt and Malone to do the ruck work. Two strong units. Casbolt work Malone under the foot. He took it out of the ruck. Kicked a goal. No, it's been touched. Been touched off the boot. That was great play by Casbolt. Didn't look touched from where we're standing, but we'll take the umpire's word for it. And a let off for the Sharks. Palm Beach 5-5-35. Redlands 4-1-25 as they go route one straight up the middle. And an intercept mark taken by Sam Graham, and the footy's going to come back. So Graham looking long in the Casbolt direction. It won't get to him. Flying and pushed under the footy was Beeman. And the intercept mark has been taken by Thompson, and they get out of danger. So ball comes to the broadcast wing. Went over the head of Brown. Working out the back there was Callahan trying to soccer it forward. Now working on hands and knee was Anderson, just dragged it in, and this is going to be cold Mothers League ball.
GAWN gone.
Absolutely gone. So have lifted the pressure in this second quarter of the Lions, and Harrison at half back. Now Beakoff Smart working close to the boundary line. on the clubhouse wing here at Stalagmite Oval.
Oh, hang
And
on.
we've got a free kick behind play, and going down was Williams. He was caught one in the ribs there from Reece King, and it's going to be a downfield free kick. So the ball goes back to Callaghan on centre wing, and that was just didn't need to happen for the Lions. They had all the momentum. So Callaghan, his kick looking into the middle of the ground, it was no good, and now picked off. Here come the Lions dashing through the middle of the ground. They go looking in the Casbolt direction. It gets over his head. Working out the back there was Reece King, who could have been taken high, and he's going to get the free kick.
Well,
Route 1 stuff from the Lions.
considering Williams arguably gave probably 3 kicks in about 3 seconds there, he gave Casbolt a nice shove at the back. That one wasn't paid, and the clip over the ear against King, that had to be paid.
So Reece King from almost point-blank range, about 10 metres out, puts it through. They draw first blood in the second quarter, Palm Beach Currumbin. And they stretch their legs out to a 16-point lead. They're 6-5-41, Redlands 4-1-25. 5 minutes played, second quarter. TPIL Lawyers match of the day.
I mean, they're pretty small in that backline setup there, Redland-Victoria Point. I mean, guys like O'Sullivan, O'Sullivan, also you got Procos down there, you know, not super tall. And then you got Williams obviously playing on Big Levi. But basically small. Stallard generally plays a bit taller than he looks as well.
Thompson on Beeman as well is a bit of a size match.
Thompson on Beeman. I mean, Beeman's one of the best aerial marks in the competition. As Malone back in the middle, got that tap out straight to a teammate. Petalwood almost got caught. Found a teammate out a little bit wider. They're just going wider and wider and wider here, the Sharks. Oh, a little bit of a sling tackle. Cleon says the umpire, close to the boundary line. Just dumps the ball down, looking for Casbolt.
He's dominating this game, Levi.
Body work on Williams was brilliant. Back in the corridor. They had an extra runner. Could have been 50. No, says the umpire. Almost have to wait for Casbolt to come back. And they're probably going to chip it to him. No, Williams could be the prime mover here. Way too easy on that occasion. Takes an easy chest mark.
Good mark by Williams. Now he chips it over the top looking for Stallard. Stallard with the fly to the footy takes it on his chest. So still camped inside their defensive 50. Risky kick up the middle of the ground. It's going to come off. O'Sullivan couldn't take the mark. Lions lurking at ground level. Clay Cameron couldn't work it forward. Now the ball comes up to Stringer. Stringer put his head over it, tried to feed it back to Hollier. And now Hambleton put it on his boot towards half forward, but it's been picked off by Seacack. So they're standing up under pressure, the line. So Seacack wanted to go left, then eventually went right, put Tyne under pressure. Tyne gathered, gave it back to Seacack, who puts the hammer down, sweeps a handball forward to O'Brien, who went back looking for Seacack. And now Hambleton came up with the footy, and they've got numbers out here. It's been marked at half forward.
Huddy forward to the footy.
Huddy's running in towards goal. The kick just overshot him. Here comes Hamilton. Pick the footy up, taken in a really strong tackle. That could be holding the ball. Umpire's going to pay benefit of the doubt. Ball has gone out over the line, and there's a little bit of niggle in that forward pocket.
Oh, geez, when you just miss Huddy, you know, that was a perfectly set up for Huddy, and it just landed.
It looked like he was on the treadmill there, Huddy trying to reach it.
Past his outstretched hands. Missed opportunity.
So ball camped in the forward 50 for Redland-Victoria Point. They need the next one. Huddy is a free kick. It's been picked out of the ruck contest.
It's going to Palm Beach.
Which way is it going to go? It is Palm Beach, so it'll be Atkins that takes the free kick. They're standing up well under pressure, these Lions. And plenty of deliberations going on around whose free kick it is. I think this is going to be reversed. I think this is going to go the way of Redland-Victoria Point.
Well,
and it's Offermans who is asking for the footy.
Now what's happened?
Have we got a card here? We might have a red or yellow card.
Well, plenty of movement on the bench.
It is, and the free kick is going to go the way of Josh Brown for Redlands. Well, wow.
I don't know
what has happened here.
I don't know what would. I mean, we don't get the luxury of replays, ladies and gentlemen, so really have got no idea what happened in that passage of play, but ball's ended up in the hands of Brown.
So Brown, the beneficiary, from 20 metres out, slight angle to cut the margin to 10 points. He pops it through.
No, he's missed. He's missed to
Oh,
the right.
missed.
He's missed. He's pushed that.
Oh, faded late. I'd put the binoculars down.
Faded very late.
Wow,
that
what
was
a
like
weird minute of football.
that was like my goal swing. I'll tell you what, ladies and gents, as that ball gets intercepted, here's a chance for Palm Beach again. Kick to the left forward pocket. Back pocket, sorry. Palm Beach coming out of trouble. Found a teammate in front of Malone. Stallard again just punches the ball over the boundary line. So Atkins is the one for me. He's battling hard. But I tell you what, I mean, Clay Cameron isn't in the game at all for Redland at the moment. I'd almost blame it centre half back. Give him a bit of a bigger body down there to support Adrian Williams. This play continues. Malone got the tap again. Palm Beach with the clearance, though, looking for Simpson. Overran it. Tommy Tynes there as well. Oh, players get pushed off the ball. Kick now to half forward. Cameron playing in front. Good spoil. Over the boundary line, another throw-in.
So Palm Beach, 6-5-41, Redlands 4-2-26, 15-point margin. We've played 10 minutes in this second quarter.
And surprise, surprise, Cameron is now playing down back.
So Malone and Adkins having a wrestle. Malone, front position, tapped it down in the Bromwich direction. Bromwich just poked it forward. Here's Offermans, high up and under ball. Malone just inside the centre square. Bounced off the chest and now
Look out!
King taking in a big tackle. King still trying to work the ball free. I think the umpire will call a stalemate. He will. Ball just inside the Lions forward 50.
Well, King was trying to almost go around the back there and couldn't quite get the ball back in front of him. And Stallard could have put him in the next week, but decided to hold back a little bit on the tackle.
Tap forward by Chapman.
A little bit of friendly... don't do that again, I'll put you in the next week.
Tap out the back there, picked up by Tyne. They got a
Look
man
out.
oh, running back with the flight of the football was White. That was brave. Chasing it out towards the boundary line was Robock.
Free kick.
And we've got a free kick. It'll
Looks like Hunkin out there for Redland-Victoria point. Number 11.
high tackle. It is Harrison Hunkin. So he has it right half back. But they've done well to clog up the corridor, Palm Beach. Hunkin has to go right down the line. And that's a big contest there on the outer side from Huddy. Ball still hasn't gone out over the line. Working in a phone box there on the outer side wing. And eventually we have a stalemate. So we'll have a ball up a couple metres inside the boundary line. Centre wing, outer side of Stalagmite Oval, which, as you said earlier in the broadcast, has recovered from a torrential amount of rain during the week. It is in fantastic condition considering how much weather we have had during this week.
Haven't seen too many players sliding along the surface, that's for sure. It's dried up extremely well under trying conditions. As Malone trying to play in front. Got the tap. Sharks are away through Miller. Playing in front though. Huddy caught behind. Looking for the switch now. Just hits the teammate. They're off and running here, Palm Beach. They've got a little bit of an overlap. Just misses, but still got time. Little chips kick short. Has worked out well to Sam Graham. Graham now. Not really a lot of options, so he's going to go long down the line. Who's there? Casbolt and Williams again. Williams came off the head of Thompson. Beeman looked like he was in the prime spot. Little chip kick to the goal square. Just touched over the line from Hunkin. So the ball's definitely not sliding around, especially at this end of the ground, ladies and gents.
So Hunkin takes the kick in. He goes up the middle. That is a fantastic kick. Found Stallard. So Stallard's got a man out of side. He opts to go longer looking for Chapman. The kick's going to check up. In there was Dawson. Gets it back. And now a spike towards the outer side by Tyne. He had a man running past. They go back to Tyne and now a chip into the middle of the ground. That was risky, but it comes off. And coming up with it was Harry Benson. Equal first in the Sid Guildford Trophy. Clever kick forward to Beeman. Beeman looks inside forward 50. Casbolt's got loose. He'll get this on the chest sliding. 25 from home. Beautiful kick of the football from Corey Beeman. And Levi Casbolt has a chance to kick his fourth.
Well, Tommy Tyne almost gave himself 3 possessions. He's the only one who touched the footy.
Waxing with himself.
But Corey Beeman, I mean, just a quality player, quality kick of the footy. And, you know, Levi did the old 1-2. He went to lead back to the goal square. Williams got caught out of position, got caught behind. Levi with the 1-2 back towards the guy kicking the footy. Great play.
So Levi for goal number 4 on approach now. Likes it off the boot. He's got 4. Big Levi is having a day. Palm Beach 7-6-48. Redlands 4-2-26. 22-point margin. Almost 15 minutes played, second quarter on TPIL Lawyers Match of the Day. Well, this one's starting to get into dangerous territory for the Sharks.
Well, I mean, obviously with the massive out of Campbell Aston, he just attracts so much in the footy in the middle of the ground. They're really lacking that punch out of the middle of the ground. And, you know, at the other end, you got Tommy Tyne, who's had a fair bit of the footy. Tommy Simpson, who's had a fair bit of the footy. And even though they're probably losing the hit-out match-up in the middle of the ground, Huddy looks like he's back in there now. They gained first possession coming out of the middle of the ground. So, you know, they're 1-0 up as far as that's concerned, Palm Beach. As play continues now, Simpson, good attack on the ball, ends up with it again, kick to half forward. No one could be a clear winner on that occasion. You had Thompson there. Plays a solid tackle.
Could have been taken high there, Thompson. New free kick forthcoming.
So, about 60 out. You keep an eye on Levi and Williams in the goal square if Palm Beach win possession here. Great work by Patterson to Simpson. About 90 out from goal. He's going to go long. Surprise, surprise. Levi playing front again. Sullivan out the back. Just almost drops the footy there.
Almost didn't know what to do once he had the footy, O'Sullivan.
I don't think O'Sullivan... I think he was shocked the ball ended up in his lap because Casbolt Williams overran it. Didn't know what quite to do on that occasion, but got away with it. Williams moves back to the goal square now.
For Casbolt to do the ruck against Huddy. Casbolt tapped it down, beautiful tap. It comes out to Chilme. Chilme put the footy on the ball, and now Benson had a snap around the corner, high up and under ball, and being collected off the footy. It'll be a free kick going the way of Blair Rubach.
That was there for all to see. The umpire was in the perfect spot. Williams at the drop of the ball playing that spare, and just didn't. I mean, Prokosh just didn't have to do it in the end.
So Rubach from 10 metres out, directly in front, pops it through. They've got another one, Palm Beach. They are rolling at the moment. 28-point lead. 8-6-54. Redlands 4-2-26.
And that's the thing, it's that panic situation on that last line. They've fallen into that trap, Redland-Victoria point. And on a couple of occasions, Prokosh has just panicked, made the wrong decision, and given away an easy free kick there and an easy goal when really
Williams was going to take the mark
Williams was
anyway,
going to take an easy
at least
chest
punch
mark.
it through.
So
That's what pressure does to you. And they've applied plenty of it in the second quarter, Palm Beach.
looks like Jesson's come on for Redland-Victoria point, a bit of a bigger body. So again, they're just going to get the matchups right here. That's a good positional move there. So you got Thompson on the dangerous king, and then you got Corey Beeman and Jesson. This play continues. Simpson trying to get the clearance, was looking for time. Good tackle there by Miller. Ball's not going anywhere. Tick over 18 minutes played, 8-6-54 to 4-2-26. Play continues now. Miller again trying to get the ball on boot. This is Chapman. Chapman with the turnover. Good solid tackle there by Anderson. Ball still in play. Rubach again went to ground when he probably shouldn't have. Little kick off the ground was smart. Long kick. Beeman's in the prime spot. Beeman! Oh, couldn't take the grab. He might lay the tackle anyway. Panic kick out. Straight in the lap of the Lion. He's 60 metres out. He gets called to play on. Just chips to the pocket. Smart play. And Simpson going to line out from about 42 out on a pretty tight angle.
Clever play there by Beakoff Smart. He wasn't flustered when he was called to play on. He found the short option.
Could have gone long.
For a young player not to blaze away in that situation. Good composure.
So we've got Simpson now. Pretty good notch on the belt if he can sneak a goal here. He's had a pretty good first half. The crew from Labrador comes in now. Right foot. Not quite where he wanted to go. That's actually out on the full. There's the crowd of kids behind the goals trying to take mark of the year.
It's a risky spot to park your Toyota Corolla right behind there.
Well, you want to park your car there. You got footy ground and then you got river just on the right-hand side of that ute.
So O'Sullivan to take the free kick.
Hopefully he's got
back
car
pocket.
insurance.
Eventually gets the footy back now from the locals. And he's just going to have to blaze long because he's got limited options. Goes in the Malone direction. Big wrestle and coming over the top, taking the mark. Strong grab taken by Jessen. So Jessen plays on now, goes up the line. That's a poor kick. Seacat makes the intercept mark and he looks into the middle of the ground where he's got a man on. Plenty of space here.
Oh, look at that
coming over the top was King. King's going to take the mark under pressure from Chapman. 40 out. Too easy for the Lions at the moment. Sometimes you've got to sit there and applaud. You really do. I mean, it was a beautiful kick by AJ Dawson. The switch kick from Seacat into the middle of the ground to find Dawson, and then Dawson. And King still had to run about 30 metres to find the space and take a really good contested mark. Once the ball was turned over at halfback, King just got on his bike and ended up with it. So Reece King, he's kicked one already today. This one from 45 metres out, slight angle. He's pushed it across to the right-hand side, and it's a minor score. So Palm Beach 8-7-55. Redlands 4-2-26, 29-point margin. 21.5 minutes played, second quarter. Well, he's got a touch under 200 contested possessions, Reece King, for the year so far. So definitely a good contested player as O'Sullivan just chips the ball up. Malone playing in front, way too strong on that occasion. Malone gets called to play on. Trusty right foot. Launches and play in front again. That was Marcus White on that occasion. Not quite sure where to go. Gets called to play on. Looking for Casbolt. What's Malone doing on Casbolt? Did well on that occasion. Front and centre. Kicks to the goal square. Beeman. Oh. So that was Patterson. So again, just smart play. Didn't blaze away. Looking for Beeman in the goal square. Couldn't quite get that to work. So Stallard up the middle. That's a good kick. Comes off and finds Offermans. So Offermans wheels around. He's got a target on the outer side there. Good defence coming across was Tyne. Just thumped it out over play. They are going like winners at the moment. Palm Beach, Currumbin. And have just forced Redlands into their back half and haven't let them through. Matt Hamilman has been taken completely out of the game in this second quarter. They just can't get near him with the footy. Well, Jack, it wasn't that long ago we had 3 or 4 lead changes and all of a sudden Palm Beach are 5 goals in front. I wouldn't have thought that at quarter time. So Petterwood in fact. Palm Beach, Currumbin, middle of the ground. Here's Beakoff Smart, goes inside the forward 50. Williams floated across, took the intercept mark. And that's what makes it difficult. When Levi gets pushed up the ground, Williams goes, well, I'm not going to go with you. You can go out there. I'll just sit back here and defend. So Hunkin, in his defensive goal square, plays on. He's just going to chip it close to the boundary line. So they've hemmed him in. Here's Prokos. Still deep inside his defensive 50. Long up the line. That kick wayward. It's going to go out on the full. And an ibis has almost been collected by the boundary umpire here. That is ibis is tempting fate at the moment. It's a risky spot to be in, especially with some big lurkers like Levi Casbolt getting around.
Well, Clay Cameron almost got sent through the fence as well, so you were looking at the ibis, I was looking at the play.
So White heaves this one long. It'll drop about 30 out. Beeman got up, but Williams in front took a strong mark. That was an early launch by Beeman. Didn't end up getting close to the footy. Williams plays on. He goes to the edge of the square. Petterwood couldn't complete the mark. Here's Graham. Just put it on the boot forward. Out of reach of Corey Beeman. And the ball goes out of play 30 metres out.
I thought he was going to say insufficient intent there. He was thinking about the umpire.
It seems like as soon as the ball's, within 60 metres of your goal, insufficient intent goes out the window.
Yeah, you're right. Mind you, at AFL level, we've seen a few interesting ones in the last few weeks.
Casbolt took it out of the ruck. Here's Simpson twisting and turning. He's got Graham. Now Graham's got space to work in if he wants to play on. Hambleton got up quickly on him and manned the mark and forced Graham to go back over it. So Graham pointing long. He's going to have to go long now.
Beeman in the pocket.
He's going to set it up to around 30 out, and coming out of the goal square was Rubach, who took it on his chest. Beautiful kick, Sam Graham. Great lead by Rubach, and he'll go back from 25 metres out.
Well, Corey Beeman sort of attracted 2 or 3 players into this left forward pocket. You had Levi drag Malone to the goal line. So the room in front, that little 45 arc between 50 and the goal square just opened up brilliantly for Rubach. He led in it, took a great contested mark.
So Rubach for his second of the day, and Palm Beach's 9th. Strikes it well, pushed it across to the left-hand side. Palm Beach 8-9-57. Redlands 4-2-26. It's a 31-point margin, and geez, haven't they had a couple of let-offs in the last 5 minutes, Redlands?
Well, 17 scoring shots to 6 before half-time is a massive discrepancy. And free kick's been found. It's going to go to Palm Beach.
To Beakoff Smart. Hasn't he been good?
He's been brilliant. No wonder it was a high shot. I mean, again, Huddy just trying to work out, like, well, I'm sorry I clipped him over the shoulder, but the height discrepancy is a bit crazy. That's play on. Didn't go to 15. Palm Beach back into attack. Oh, Beeman! Couldn't quite get there.
Landed on his head too.
Keep an eye on that. Looking for Huddy. Ball bounces, and Huddy again is giving away the free kick for front on contact. Beakoff Smart gets another possession.
You've got a shark down behind play.
That's Williams.
Williams in a lot of trouble. Beeman sat on his head.
As play continues. Looking for Beeman again.
He's going to take one eventually.
He's got the high flyer syndrome going at the moment. He's been listening to Up There Kazali by the sound of it at quarter time.
So it looks like Williams has a stinger on his shoulder. He's just trying to pump his fist there to get some blood flow through that shoulder. It's been a fair bit of trouble, but here come the Sharks through Offerman's long ball. That's going to travel out on the full again. So it has been all Palm Beach Currumbin, and if not for some inaccurate kicking, could have blown them away in this second quarter.
Well, you look at Williams, he seems to be a little bit better now, but I tell you what, you'd have Corey Beeman's shoe size in his shoulder blade at the moment.
Here's Thomas Tyne, who's had plenty of the football. Going to set this one to 30 out.
Rubach
Here he is again. Rubach couldn't complete the mark. Williams around there at ground level. Fend off from Palm Beach Currumbin. Could have been holding the ball. Umpire opts not to pay. We'll have the ball up, 45 out.
I think Williams is a little bit annoyed about that last contest. He's a bit sore. He's a little bit angry. Trying to get his side back into this contest as Malone got the tap out against Casbolt. Play on. Stallard off the ground. Slams it. It's not going to make the boundary line. First on to his Palm Beach. Beakoff Smart again. Look at that for a kick. Beeman. Hit the contest hard again. Hit the tackle hard again as well. That's out on the full, so the ball's going to come straight back in.
There's the pressure from Beeman once he hits the ground as well. He's a heat-seeking missile at the moment. Jeez.
You'd almost put Beeman one out in the goal square at the moment. Big old Smaller, little chip kick isn't going to find anyone. Corey Beeman now. Got pretty good tackle from, looks like it was Thompson down there. Stop that passage of play. Jeez. I mean, just the vertical leap of some of these players is pretty insane, to be perfectly honest.
Tremendous athletes. Casbolt took it out of the ruck, got it back to Tyne, who screwed it around the corner towards the goal square. Rubok got up, couldn't complete the mark. At ground level was Offermans, fed it back to Thompson. Thompson just forced to hack it out of trouble. Leading the race for it is AJ Dawson on that outer side. The ball checked up. Simpson came across, went back looking for Dawson, and eventually the ball out of play about 70 from home for Palm Beach Currumbin.
He just about threw it to AJ Dawson.
Good little offload there.
Umpire got blindsided. Again, Williams, that spare key defender, is just sitting about 5 metres out of the goal square here.
Forced to play as a loose. The Casbolt doing the ruck. Here's Offermans. Handballed it forward to Owen. There is the siren. Second quarter is done. And at half time, Palm Beach Currumbin hold a 31-point lead. They peppered the scoreboard in that second quarter. Couldn't quite put the Sharks away. But at half time, it is advantage lines. 8-9-57. Redlands 4-2-26. On TPIL QAFL match of the day. We're going to take a break for half time, be back with all the third quarter action and all the scores from the last round of QAFL football. My name's Jack Thorne. Kane Browning joining me on the gantry for the second, for this match. And we'll be back with the second half right after this.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the Personal Injury Lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Welcome back to TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day for round 20. A top of the table shootout between the first place Redland-Victoria Point Sharks and the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions at half time. It is Palm Beach leading by 31 points after a blazing second quarter. My name's Jack Fulham. Alongside me on the gantry this afternoon, Kane Browning. We've got every match of round 20 kicking off at the same time. Kane, what are some of the scores around the grounds?
Well, quickly go through them here. Broadbeach and Labrador, the margin has closed considerably. 6-8-44, Broadbeach leading Labrador 6-3-39. Both sides looking for a finals berth in season 2025. Malcravat and Aspley playing one out. 10-7-67, Aspley leading Malcravat 5-4-34. Noosa and Cooperoo 9-4-58 Noosa. Cooperoo 6-8-44. Morningside and Sherwood all tied up 6-5 apiece, 41. And Surface Paradise way in front of Maroochydore 8-9-57 to 4-5-29. So plenty of footy being played in the last home and away round. But I tell you what, this game right here, for arguably a minor premiership, Palm Beach have sent out the challenge. And Redland-Victoria Point have got to do something pretty special to get back into this one.
So let's run through the goal scorers from that first half. Levi Casbolt, second in the goal kicking in the competition. He had a ripper first half, 4 goals. And singles to Corey Beeman, Blair Rubach, Reece King and Matt Hollier. For Redland-Victoria Point, Matt Hamilman kicked 2 in the first quarter. Cooper Anderson and Cooper Pell with singles. So it's a 31-point margin. And Redland-Victoria Point, they start this third quarter well and truly on the ropes. The first 10 minutes of this quarter are going to be crucial to see if they can overturn that deficit. We've seen them do it in the past. It is going to take a special effort in this third quarter on TPIL Lawyers match of the day. Siren has sounded. Let's get underway for the third quarter. It's going to be Big Craig Malone taking on Adkins in the ruck. It's been a fantastic ruck battle. Beautiful bounce there. Malone won it down. Offermans could have been taken without it, not paid, and he'll have another ball up in the centre circle.
I was thinking about this at half-time. The fact that they lost Jack Rolls and Brock Aston as well in the off-season. Couple of Bulldogs in there as Peterwood gets the clearance. Straight in the lap, and it's Clay Cameron. He's going to be lining up for his first goal in the afternoon. But just quickly on that point, when you lose a couple of real grunt-type players in the middle of the ground, they've really struggled in that department this afternoon, and the likes of Simpson and Tommy Tyne has been dominating that space, but Cameron, he's been pretty quiet this afternoon.
Hardly sighted in that first half.
He's going to be lining up for his first goal. So, this is what they need, the Sharks. He's got to kick the goal. He's going to drop a little bit short, right to the line. Touch off hands. Minus score. And it looks like the young man Jessen has actually gone from centre back to into the forward 50 for Redland-Victoria Point is AJ Dawson. Finds Seacack out here, all on his own. Got a ton of room to move in. Now he goes long. Look at that kick. Hits the target without losing a step. That was O'Brien. O'Brien to half forward. Corey Beeman by the looks of it. Now there. Yes, it is. He's trying to take mark of the year about 6 times. Kicks to the pocket. Didn't he? Looking for Casbolt. Rolls over boundary line. Boundary throw in left forward pocket.
It was Prokos dropping in front of Casbolt. Dangerous place to be.
Jeez,
managed to get a hand on it.
It's a spot where people fear to tread. You don't get paid enough to drop in the hole more times than not.
Bit of bravery there from Prokos. So we'll have a ball in. 25 out from the Lions goal. Attacking the left of your screen in this third quarter. Casbolt working out the back. Picked it up off the deck, trying to get a handball free. He's taken in a strong tackle by Malone. Malone has gone down clutching his face. Looks like he copped a little bit of a backhander from Casbolt. Purely accidental.
Nothing untoward there.
We'll have a ball up, top of the square. Lions into attack. They lead by 31 points. Malone got the tap down. Simpson there. Big pack of players. Petterwood went in. It was slung in a dangerous tackle, and he's going to get a free kick.
Well,
it was Simpson laying the tackle and just got into that dangerous sling position.
Tackles like that, you want that water back on the ground. Bit of a softer landing. He bounced off the ground pretty hard there. Seacack with the spoil, rolling towards the boundary line. Can't keep it in. Oh, yes, he can. Oh, that's a great contested mark. Playing in front. Gets the handball off quickly. The Lions trying to go back into attack. The blind turn. Almost got tackled. Right foot kick to the pocket. Who's there for the Lions? Free kick's been found, though. It's going to go to the Sharks on the last line. And decide to switch.
So Prokos, right back pocket for the Sharks. He goes long up the line. And that's a strong mark being taken on the outer side by Harrison Hunkin. Strong hand, so he has it just outside his defensive 50. Far side of Stalagmite Oval. He chips it up the line, looking for Huddy. He's knocked away from Huddy and out of bounds over the line. We'll have a throw in. Or ball up, in fact.
Gee, Seacack for me, but also, I mean, Marcus White has been sort of that second or third tall defender. He's been playing extremely well this afternoon.
Working around. Brown was ripped off the footy, and he's going to get a free kick for holding on. So can they get some forward momentum here? Brown just chips it up the line where Chapman has found some space. So Chapman close to the boundary line, outer side wing. He points long, he goes long in the Cameron direction. Seacat working back, took the intercept mark, and now they've got some men on. Seacat goes into the back pocket, finds Heathcote. Heathcote with some room to move. He goes right up into the middle of the ground looking for Dawson. It was tapped on, and here's Simpson, picked it up. He's got a man flying past it, Stringer. Will it bounce for Stringer? It doesn't. He goes back now, try to hand it off to Beekoff Smart, and the boundary line's going to beat them both. In fact, we've got a free kick. It'll go the way of Stringer. Left half forward for Palm Beach Currumbin. He's around 80 from home. What will he do with it now? Called the play on. He sets it up into the hot spot. Big pack of players. Casbold had two on him. Not enough. Big Levi plucks it.
Oh, jeez. You got to sit back and marvel at his ability when he plays in front like that and puts his arms up. Good luck to any defender. And Adrian Williams is arguably the best defender in the comp for the last probably arguably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah,
and no chance.
Williams and O'Sullivan hanging off him, and too big and strong. So Levi for goal number 4 from a tightish angle. Strikes it. He's got it.
That's goal number 5 for Levi.
Points to the supporters down in that forward pocket. Gave him the big double Cobra. Levi's got 5. They're 9-9-63 Palm Beach Currumbin. Redlands 4-3-27. The margin is 36 points.
And the other end of the ground, I mean, Seacax had a ridiculously good day as that almost intercepting defender. But you got to put someone on him that's actually going to make him accountable. And Cameron's been nowhere near it this afternoon. I don't like being super critical of players, but Cameron, for me, has been really disappointing this afternoon. Seacack has basically been able to do whatever he wants. Down back and set up play. And when he finds room in the back pocket, and there's no one anywhere near him for 30 or 40 metres, sets it up beautifully.
For me, it's been the lack of pressure, the ease at which Palm Beach Currumbin have been able to move the ball out of their back line. As a free kick is going to go the way of the Sharks. They take the advantage. Hammelman, he's on the loose. Hammelman's got it. He had Heathcote hanging off him. Should have been a free kick. Not paid. Heathcote's handball is picked off by Pell, who had a flying shot at the goal, missed it away to the left-hand side. And a minus score goes the way of the Sharks, 4-4-28. Palm Beach 9-9-63, 35-point margin. And Simpson's got it on the far side of the ground.
Simpson getting a ton of the footy as usual. Season 2025. Look at that kick. And guess who? It's Seacack.
Your man.
Seacack decides to take a bounce. Little chip kick got half smothered. That's good defending from the Sharks. What are they going to do with it? Can't handle the ball. Gets absolutely crunched in the tackle. Could have been a high shot. No, says the umpire. And that's what I mean, Seacack's just running off at will at the moment. He can go wherever he wants and no one's going anywhere near him. Dawson Free kick's going to go to the Sharks, though. It's going to go to Malone. Pell's out here at half forward. Little chip kick. Oh, slips at the worst time. And there's Marcus White intercepting. Marcus White goes out wide to find Laverde. And when you got Seacack, White and Laverde playing that half-back line, it's a pretty solid line for Palm Beach in season 2025. Look at that for a kick. Good contested mark. Patterson kicks to the pocket.
Great kick.
Just skill level. It's just a step above at the moment, basically since quarter time from Palm Beach.
And it's Blair Rubach, who's been prominent up front, taking a few marks inside forward 50, getting on the loose. But that kick was just so good. It gave none of the Sharks defenders a chance to get anywhere near it.
Once Patterson had room to move and was able to take off, he could have dropped that ball wherever he wanted on a dime. And Rubach again, his leading has been brilliant. Lines up a goal. Don't argue, it's there. So Palm Beach, again, another goal on the board. They've reached double figures in that department. 10-9-69 leading the Sharks. 4-4-28. 41-point margin, and arguably since quarter time, it's all been Palm Beach.
They've absolutely dominated and so clean and clinical going inside their forward 50. And it just seems Redlands going forward, it's Hamilton or bust. Palm Beach going forward, they're content to lower the eyes, find a target, and just use the ball methodically.
You got Cooper Anderson playing true centre half forward at the moment. He's already kicked one this afternoon. You got to find that second pinch hitter, don't you? Brown's been quiet. Huddy's been quiet since he's been moved down there. This man here, Harry Benson, has had a fairly quiet day by his standards. Look at that handball out. Found some space. Steps back inside. You could be in trouble. Broke the tackle. Handball over the top. Patterson almost ended up with it again. And that little chip kick, way too easy again. Even when they miss the skill. The players are in the right spot at the right time. Just drops in their lap, and looks like it's Jack Stringer that's going to be lining up for goal. The crowd hasn't gone away. Very good turnout here. Stringer. Decide to go, try to get a bit more for distance.
Marked around and hit it off the instep. Stringer.
So another minor score. They're dominating the score. Talk about scoreboard pressure. 10-10-70 to 4-4-28. 20 scoring shots to 8. Would you believe, ladies and gents? And yes, this is 1v2.
So Stallard's long ball towards half back. Came off the hands of Malone. Pell up the ground trying to get his hands on it. The boundary line beats him. Will have a throw in around 70 from home from Palm Beach Currumbin Lions. So the ball in. Atkins and Malone, the ruck battle. It's been a beauty. Malone gets front position. Look at the stalemate. Time. Heaved it on the boot. Kicked it forward. Could have been a free kick for a hold there. Not paid. Stallard ripped off the footy. Casbolt went in and got it with 3 hanging off. He got a handball away. Beeman lurking there. And on the boot from Tyne, a snap on goal. He's missed it away to the right-hand side and another minor score. So Palm Beach 10-11-71. Redlands 4-4-28. 43-point margin. This one's got out of hand quickly. So, right back pocket. Here's Hambleton. Kick up the middle. Another player losing their feet. Cameron with 3 to deal with. O'Brien came up with the footy. Sent it to the edge of 50. Here's Tyne. Tyne wheeling around. He's going to get it right up towards the goal square. White. In fact, it was Rubach going back with the fly to the footy. Went over his head. And another minor score. So 10-12-72. The margin, 44 points. 12 and a quarter minutes play, third quarter on TPIL Lawyers Match of the Day.
Geez, you can't beat anyone at this level if you're only going to have eight shots on goal, and that's where the Sharks are at the moment. They can't even clear their defensive 50 at the moment. Free kick's going to help. Now, who's forward of the footy? You got Malone roaming around. Hamilton's basically at half forward. He's the only one forward of centre wing at the moment, basically. As Cameron again gets that ball cleared. Didn't work hard enough. Seacack again with a clearing kick. Free kick paid. Half-forward line for Palm Beach.
Stringer
again. Stringer. Look at that for a kick to the goal square. Who's there? Plenty of numbers for the Sharks. Trying to clear again, but it's the panic stations here. They've got nowhere to go. Back in board is brilliant to Tyne. Tommy Tyne now. Basically between half forward and centre wing.
It's a bit ambitious.
Wouldn't surprise me. Kicks to the goal square. Drifting to the pocket. Casbold's there around the mark again. Good tackle laid. Has to be a free kick though. Didn't have possession of the footy when he got slung.
Poor old Jake Chapman. He was monstered by Big Levi. Gets a free kick for his troubles. Goes across goal, barely the required, to Williams. Williams looks further afield, out towards half back. Coming up on a searching lead was O'Sullivan. He took it just inside his defensive 50, near where the boundary intersects the 50-metre line. Williams goes long down the line looking for Malone, who got up, couldn't complete the mark. All Palm Beach Currumbin at the fall of the footy. And now they chip it back, but that's a poor kick, and it's been cut off by Jet Jessen. Jessen wheels around in the Hamilton direction. He's got players streaming back in front of him. Could have been taken off the ball. Heathcote came up with it. Beakoff smart, did well twisting and turning. Goes across his defensive goal face, and here is, who is it? It's Matt Hollier in his back pocket, who just put the Jets on, got past Hambledon, takes a couple bounces down the broadcast side, and he was hit after he kicked the footy. Downfield free kick. It's going to be play on, and we've got a little bit of a Barney in the backfield. Graham and Cooper Pell wanted to go on with it. The free kick's going to be taken to the edge of half forward for Palm Beach Currumbin. It's Stringer who has the footy, handballs it off, and now they're going to go around close to the boundary line, and we've got another free kick. So free kick is going to go the way of, who is it there on the sideline? I'm just waiting to see.
No, it's that's Casbold, I think.
Couple of conferences between umpires, and Big Levi's got it close to the 50-metre line, and he'll have a shot tied up against the boundary. He'll have to kick this one from around 45 out. So Big Levi shooting for his sixth. Couple of downfield free kicks, and they're coming apart at the seams. Redland-Victoria point. Some ill discipline, hitting players late off the football. Casbolt marches in. He's given that an absolute roost, but it's just a little bit to the narrow side, and another minor score.
Geez, Coach Phil Cast would have put his fist through the table in that coach's box, that passage of play. Just ill-discipline from the Sharks. They're already on the back foot, and then you want to give down the field free kicks. Just not good enough at this level. And the Sharks coming out of trouble again. Great spoil over the top with Sam Graham. Every time they look up the Sharks, they've just got no one to go to at the moment, and we've said it time and time again. It's Hamilton or bust, but you're not going to kick the ball 90 metres to get to Hamilton.
Apart from the first 10 minutes of the game, I don't think I've seen Redland-Victoria Point switch the football.
No.
It's just been all up one line.
Not at all.
And they're being caught out by this very well-disciplined Palm Beach Currumbin defence as the handball overshot Brown, and here come the Lions up through the middle of the ground. Being marked at half forward by Stringer. Stringer's got Beakoff smart running past. He's forced to go back inside traffic. Got rid of the tackle. Went to ground. Got it back to his skipper Dawson. Another free kick's been called. Is that going to be downfield?
No.
No, it's going to be brought back to Dawson. With Beakoff Smart, who may have been taken high. It'll be Beakoff Smart on the point of the square at half forward. The ill-discipline starting to creep in, and now 50 metres has been paid. I think this one's for umpire abuse. It was Stallard close to the umpire, giving the umpire an absolute mouthful, and just silly. Just doesn't need to happen.
You're the captain of the footy club. There's no need to get up in an umpire's face and yell abuse at him. It's not on.
They're never going to overturn it. So Beakoff Smart will be walked to the edge of the square, where directly in front he'll have a shot from 10 metres out. And you know what, I'm going to say this already. He's going to kick the goal. He does. It's another one on the board for Palm Beach Currumbin. They're 11-13-79. They lead by 51 points. Redlands 4-4-28. 17 and 3/4 minutes played third quarter on QAFL TPIL Lawyers match of the day. Wow.
I really don't like getting frustrated, but I tell you what, that's all that's we call it as we see it sometimes. And just looking at Redland-Victoria Point, since quarter time, they've been really disappointing in the key facets of the game. The ball movement from Palm Beach has just been absolutely insane this afternoon, but that's been more because of the pressure from Redland-Victoria Point. It really hasn't been there since quarter time.
It feels like Palm Beach Currumbin have 2 extra players out there on the field. They've just worked harder when they haven't had the football.
You got to make guys accountable. You can't just let them go, especially dangerous players. Other than Hamilman, who's been quiet since quarter time, kicked a couple in the first quarter. I can't pick a forward for Redland-Victoria Point who's won any one-on-ones. As play continues, Palm Beach, bit of grit and determination trying to clear that ball. Malone launches the ball towards Cameron. Over the back. He's been okay this afternoon, Callahan, but very quiet in quarter time as well. Gets on the left foot, looking for Hamilman, trying to pick it up off his toes. Still with Hamilman. Kicks to the goal square. AJ Dawson dropped a mark he should have taken. Simpson back. Harrison finds this man in Benson. Takes a bounce, gets on the right foot, launches a worm-burning kick. Williams is around the mark. Stallard, he owes his teammates one. Not quite sure where to go. That's a little bit better to Miller. Miller switches the ball further. Now, we've got ill discipline again.
It's going to be a free kick. I think it's coming back to Matthew Owen.
I was going to say, I swear to you, if it's a free kick getting reversed, I'm going to lose the plot. No. Free kick's going to Stallard.
So Stallard out of side wing. Palm Beach have had time to get plenty of numbers behind the football, and he's kicked it into the man on the mark. So their day gets worse. Now a handball missing its target. Here's Stallard again. This time he'll send it inside 50. And Hamilman working 3-on-1 and coming across with Seacatch to take another intercept mark. It's been the story of the day. Ethan Seacatch, he's been close to best on ground for Palm Beach Currumbin. He goes up the line. Overrunning it was Beeman. Out the back. High inside 50. Cameron at the fall of the footy. Couldn't take the mark. Laverde swept it back to Dawson. And Dawson found Graham in the left back pocket. So Graham goes up the line. That's a good kick. Patterson worked his man under the ball, but he's going to be called for a block out. I thought that was good body work. Umpire didn't see it that way. It'll be a free kick to Miles Callahan, who's tried hard today.
You knew Patterson had the right idea, but he just looked at the player at the wrong moment. So instantly, you're not going for the footy anymore. Intercepted again by Palm Beach, by Graham. Now,
so it's a 50-metre penalty that's been paid the way of Callahan. So it must have been Patterson going over the mark, which is a real let-off because originally his kick was cut off by Graham. And Miles Callahan is going to be walked to around 30 metres out where he'll be able to have a shot on goal. And I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of respectability to this scoreboard. The game's really broken down in this third quarter, hasn't it?
This is just a Benny Hill episode all over this in this third quarter. We're a bit confused up here. Supporters are a bit confused. I think players are a little bit confused, but it's down to ill discipline, really.
So Callahan, for his first of the day in Redland's fifth, strikes it.
He's kicked it.
And he has kicked a goal. So Callahan gets his first in Redland. They cut the lead ever so slightly. 5-4-34. Palm Beach 11-13-79. It is a 45-point margin with 22.25 minutes played. Third quarter TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day.
And that's really, reward for effort. I mean, Callahan, you're right, has been one of the best for Redland-Victoria Point this afternoon. between him and Hamilton in that first quarter really got him going on the right direction. But basically since then it's been all Palm Beach and a dominant display with a minor premiership up for grabs. The home side has dominated this afternoon. I mean, Seacack, you're right, for me, he's arguably best on ground. I can't find too many others, pardon me, who could compete with him. There's a ball back in the ruck, and I don't know what Cooper Anderson was doing in the ruck contest there. Massive mismatch, but Sharks looking to get the clearance. AJ Dawson overran the tackle. Got to get the ball long and quick. Oh, didn't even get ball on boot there. Now he's a chance for the Lions to rebound. Good contest. Look at the numbers swarming for the Lions. Stallard just gets the ball on boot again. Found a spare man out wide. Had a good bounce. Kicks around the corner. Really to no one. Seacack for the first time makes a mistake. Chip kick to the pocket. Hamilton. When they can move the ball quickly with some solid direction, Hamilton's been so dangerous up forward, but it just hasn't happened enough.
Well, it's taken for them deep into the third quarter for them to up their pressure on the footy and on the ball carrier and try and get some numbers around the contest. And surprise, surprise, it's ended up in a couple of shots at goal.
Well, Hamilton, to say this is much needed is an understatement. Comes back, right, left to right. Umpire didn't have to move. So he's kicked goal number 3. Goal number 6 for the Sharks. They hit back with a much-needed goal, but the margin at the moment, 11-13-79, 6-4-40, 39-point leaders. I think it was a match high of, what was it, 51. So they've done okay in this third quarter, but geez, they've got to get a hurry along if they're going to get anywhere near to getting back into a position where they could win this game.
So 39 points the margin. We're deep into time on third quarter. So Casbolt spending a bit of time in the ruck with Atkins off the ground. Go up against Malone. Two powerful units. Perfect bounce there. Casbolt tapped it down. Miller sharked it for Redlands. Clay Cameron overrunning the football. Pell couldn't mark it. Could have been a high tackle there. Anderson, not paid.
Anderson with the tackle.
He collected his man high there, but it wasn't paid. So we'll have a ball up, edge of 50 for Redlands. Malone won the tap. It was sharked there by Tyne. He got a handball out and overshot Simpson, and now a shot on goal. Dribbling away into the forward pocket. And it'll be out of play. So we'll have a throw in, 25 from home from Redland-Victoria points goal. It was Jessen who had the flying shot.
Now what's Hamilton doing? Just keep an eye on Hamilton here. So he's going to go to the ruck. So the deepest forward is Pell.
I like this. It allows Malone to get behind the football. Casbolt just thumped it towards the boundary line. That should be insufficient intent because he's just gone looking for the boundary line. Umpires called throw it in.
It just hit the ground about an inch in front of the white line. I think if that ball had gone out on the full, it would have been deliberate. So he got away with that one.
He sure did. And Malone comes up to take this ruck contest with Hamilton drifting back towards the goal square. Malone tapped it down. Miller overran it. Simpson was there. Picking it up was Chapman, who was taking a strong tackle, and he's going to be pinned for holding the ball. What's he supposed to do?
Well, he hit a brick wall in Tommy Tyne. He really had no opportunity there, and
it was almost simultaneous as soon as he gathered the football.
Exactly. Look out! Oh, geez, the contest. Seacack again. Every time Palm Beach win possession, Seacack. I tell you what, he might snatch a goal here. That's got to be holding the man. No, says the umpire. So in the space of 30 seconds, Seacack's ended up going from full back to centre half forward, and no one went anywhere near it. Casbolt looking for Simpson. Sharks with the clearance. Again, Seacack playing behind the footy. Here come the Sharks. Hack kick inside 50. Hamilton playing in front again. Every time there's been a one-on-one,
he's won it.
Hamilman's won it. But the problem is, since quarter time, it's probably gone in there about 4 times.
Well, this is a chance to make it 3 goals in a row and cut the margin to 33 points and potentially give him a sniff.
Hamilman, 39 points the margin. Got to kick every goal from here on in. Guess what? He's got that one. So Hamilman, goal number 4. So between the two spearheads, there's 9 goals between them at this stage. And you look up there, and there's only been 18 goals kicked between the two sides. So that shows you.
Early doors, we thought we were going to get a shootout, but it's tightened up across quarters 2 and 3. But the margin's 33 points. They kicked the last 3 of the game. Potentially Palm Beach Currumbin taking the foot off the gas pedal ever so slightly, but there's a sniff here for Redlands, and if they can get the next one and cut the margin within 30 points heading into 3/4 time, it sets us up for a tasty finale. So Casbolt still shouldering the ruck work against Malone. Malone won it down to Miller. Handball over the top. It was picked off there by King, who swept it wide to Graham. Graham can run. He's full quota to the edge of the square. Send it towards the goal square. Getting back on the last line there was Hunkin.
We've got push and shove behind the footy again.
You watch the fight, I'll watch the play. Redlands have moved it to the outer side. Here's Petterwood. Sweeping past there was Brown, who went towards the forward 50. Cameron couldn't mark.
Right.
Beekoff Smart did well and then just chipped it up towards half back, and taking the mark there was Hollier.
Shed Harrison had to beat 3 players on that occasion. He did it like he was having a stroll through the park.
So Hollier looks to the wider part of the ground. King was on his chest, couldn't take the mark, and then was spun around in the tackle 360. Got it back to O'Brien, who got it to Patterson. Patterson will go long inside forward 50. Getting back there was Williams, too big and strong. And now on the last line of defence, the Sharks will come away, and here's Hunkin, left back pocket to relieve the pressure. And they've stood up well under pressure in the second half of this quarter, Redlands. So Hunkin from deep in the back pocket. He goes long down the line in the Malone direction, who got front position, was pushed under it, and he'll get a free kick, big Craig Malone.
Well, that's the thing. Again, like with Casbolt playing in the ruck, it allows Williams to be that sweeping defender. So they've done pretty well the last 5 minutes. Ball gets cleared over the boundary line. Boundary throwing. But in saying that, every time the ball hits the ground, it ends up in the Lions' hands. So their ability to almost work off when they're at a disadvantage, they work twice as hard to win back possession, and the Sharks really haven't gone with them for most of the afternoon. Malone playing in front again, got it to the front. Atkins ends up with it now somehow. Thrown to the hands of Anderson. Anderson trying to get back on the right foot. Handball over the top. Now they've got a little bit of room to move. This is Stallard. Got to hit a target forward to the footy. Hamilman's not in a good spot. Still putting the pressure on. You can't expect Hamilman to do everything. And AJ Dawson coming back from half back. Clears the ball. Finds a teammate in Sutherland. Sutherland now. Kicks to the pocket. Couldn't hit a target. Levi Casbolt was down there trying to defend as a key forward. Ball still rolling around. Ends up back with the Sharks. It's back and forth footy at the moment between the arcs. Ball overshoots everyone. Rose over the boundary line. Boundary throwing.
So siren just moments away. We've played almost 32 minutes in this third quarter. The margin stands at 33 points. It's been a good little mini fight back here from Redland-Victoria Point. Can they sneak one before 3/4 time? Malone got it down. Offerman's there working hard. Got a handball away. The handball was picked off by O'Brien. King beat a couple out there close to the boundary line. We'll have another throw in.
Sikak went off what looked like for about a 45-second rest and then come bolting back on the ground. Back to his centre half back role. I mean, I've kept an eye on him for most of the year, CK. He has dominated defensive space all season long for Palm Beach.
Malone got it down to Petterwood, who was wrapped up as soon as he took the football, and we'll have another ball up.
And for someone that doesn't really look like that key back position type player, his ability to read the ball has been brilliant.
So Malone put it on the boot forward, allowing it to bounce was Jessen, working hard in there. Owen, Offermans came across. There's the three-quarter time siren. And at three-quarter time, Palm Beach Currumbin take a 33-point lead into the last change. That quarter going 34 minutes. We'll take a quick break on TPIL QAFL match of the day and be back with all the last quarter action. Jack Fulham, Kane Browning, your Saturday afternoon call team. We'll be back in a moment.
You need a strong team. At TPIL Lawyers, we rise above the pack. When it comes to your total and permanent disability and compensation claims, choose TPIL, the personal injury lawyers. Kicking goals for Queenslanders since 1983. TPIL Lawyers, proud partner of AFL Queensland.
Welcome back to TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day between Palm Beach Currumbin and Redland-Victoria Point. It's been a fantastic afternoon of football down here on the Gold Coast. Perfect conditions for footy as the sun starts to dip below the horizon and the shadows start to creep a little bit longer. We've got a massive fourth quarter of footy coming up, with Palm Beach Currumbin leading by 33 points at three-quarter time. My name's Jack Fulham. Kane Browning joining me on the gantry. We've got round 20 QAFL action, all the games going on at the same time. And let's go around the grounds, Kane, because there's some beauties in the works in the last quarter around the grounds.
Well, just quickly, Broadbeach and Labrador, you've got 10-9-69 leading Labrador there by 7 points, 9-8-62. Mount Gravatt, geez, they've had a tough year this season. Aspley well ahead of them, 5-6-36 to 16-12-108. Noosa trailing Cooperoo. Cooperoo might get over in the last game of the season. 11-7-73, Cooperoo 13-12-90. And Morningside Sherwood, 20 points the margin there in favour of the Pies, would you believe. And Service Paradise, 5 goals up against the Roos.
Meanwhile, at Stalagmite Oval, it's the home team, Palm Beach Currumbin, holding a 33-point lead. Last quarter underway as Simpson whacks it on his boot. Ball drops inside forward 50. Leading the race for it is Chapman, just tapping it towards the boundary line, and boundary line will win out. So we'll have a throw in right where the boundary line intersects the 50-metre arc. Redland-Victoria Point into attack. Sorry, Palm Beach Currumbin into attack.
Geez, O'Brien's been good for Palm Beach again this afternoon. He's one of those small stature, but his will and work rate are really impressive from arguably all of the season this year. As tackles laid there, no one can get the ball out. The big fella in Atkins, who competed so well against the bigger body Malone, got to the front there. Malone ends up with it somehow. Simpson with the ball on boot. That ball's going to get recalled though, so advantage Palm Beach. And again, you've got mismatches forward of the footy. You've got Casbolt and Williams. You've got Beeman and Thompson in the goal square. Rubok's moved back down there. As that kick to the pocket, looking for Casbolt! So it looked like they did they tried to do a quick rotation. They put Williams on Beeman, and all of a sudden, somehow, Thompson ended up on Casbolt.
Well, Thompson was playing in front and just expected the footy to come to him, and Levi just charging out at 1,000,000 miles an hour straight towards the football, ran past him and took an uncontested mark in the end. That was strange.
Line up for goal number 6. Leans back, just offline. Another minor score. It'd be interesting to see how many times he's missed this afternoon, Levi. But it's Stellard for the Sharks, coming out from full back, launches a 60-metre bomb. Looking for a teammate there in Cameron, couldn't get to the front, ball still rolling around, advantage Palm Beach. Beeman jumps over the head, no free kick paid, Levi in the goal square. Now that was Thompson there. Beeman, who's been trying to do that all day to take a screamer, he just about jumped on Thompson's head again. Really didn't get his hands on the footy. Got over the back, play on, and Levi in the goal square ends up with it. And
It's a Joe the Goose for number 6.
That's goal number 6 for him. So
Beeman's going to take one eventually. He's going to get one.
If it's not today, at some time between now and the end of the year, he's gonna jump on someone's head and take an absolute perler.
We love the high flyers, and Levi Casbolt, he's won the battle of the big men so far today. He's got 6 goals to take his tally for the season out to 79. So we're about to get underway in the middle of the ground again. Malone and Adkins, the lead out to 40 points for Palm Beach Currumbin. They've had 26 scoring shots to 11 in this one. They dominated large parts of it. They'll go forward again through O'Brien. Spiralling football inside forward 50. Coming across with Stallard. Got a fist on it. Leading the race out there is Rubok. He had Procos for company. Managed to get it back towards King. Boundary line's going to beat everyone. We'll have a throw in on the half-forward flank for Palm Beach Currumbin.
Considering the amount of ball that's come down inside forward 50 for Palm Beach, I mean, that That backline for Redland-Victoria Point, you wonder why they've been under the pump for the majority of the day. You can't do much about it when the ball's coming in the way it's been coming in for Palm Beach, Currumbin. And the likes of Stallard and Williams and Thompson have put in a mighty effort. Speaking of Beeman, too good, too strong, kicks the goal. Thompson looks like a defeated man. He's done everything he possibly can. He's sat in the hole at times when Casbolt looks like he's going to bury him. He's ended up at the drop of the ball where Beeman's trying to jump on his head. I don't know what more you can do as a small defender if you're not getting support from a third man out from the likes of Stallard or Williams helping him out. There's not much more he could have done.
And the last flames of resistance look to be snuffed out. It's a 46-point margin and 33 points at three-quarter time. Challenging, but not outside the realms of imagination, but now it is. They've kicked the first 2 goals of the last quarter, Palm Beach, Currumbin, and they are motoring potentially towards a minor premiership. They're 13-14-92. Redland 7-4-46. 46-point margin. TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day. We're back in the middle. Malone won the hit out. King put his head over the footy. Palmed it out. Handball. Overshooting Lester Sutherland. Contested half forward. And we'll have a ball up.
And the news just gets better for Thompson because now Beeman's taking him back to the goal square and go, okay, let's play some one-on-one footy now.
Poor old Matty Thompson in the wars today. Patterson overran it. O'Brien went in there. Comes back to Offerman. Screws a kick around the corner. High up and under ball. Was knocked away from Pell. Pell still working in there. And coming up with it was Callahan, who had a flying shot on goal. Tracking the footy back towards the goal post was Hamilman. Takes the chest mark. Right up close to the boundary line. And from the tightest possible angle, he can go back and kick his 5th.
Geez, there's not much cheering for the visitors as Hamilman kicks the goal.
Runs around, kicks his 5th. And Redlands get their 8th. It's been a challenging day. 8-4-52. Palm Beach 13-14-92. 40 points the margin. 6.25 minutes played last quarter.
Well, you say again, and we've mentioned it a couple of times, I mean, it's Hamilman or bust, really. But when you look at it and go, okay, teams kicked 8 goals for the day. Hamilman's kicked 6. Callahan's kicked 1 and Pell's kicked 1. I mean, realistically, again, that second key forward. Huddy's done nothing all day. Cameron's done nothing all day.
Been well below his best.
Well below his best. All of a sudden, you know.
But it hasn't just been in the air. It's been when the ball's hit the ground.
No, it's more damning when the ball has hit the ground. Palm Beach have just absolutely dominated that space.
Been some of the youngsters like Miles Callahan and Cooper Pell that have really led the charge at ground level, and they're first and second year players. So ball back in the middle. Malone got the hit out down to Brown. Brown taking in a really strong tackle.
And Brown's another one where, you know, I even looked at his goals this year where he's kicked, 26 goals. He's kicked 100 goals basically in the last 2 seasons for Redland-Victoria Point, and thought he might get a bit of help when Cameron came to the club. But
here's Big Levi again. Atkins got the free kick in the middle, roosted it long, and Casbolt just disposed of Adrian Williams and took another contested mark. He is having a day, Levi Casbolt. This will be for number 7. He's missed a couple and put one out on the full as well. So he has been a Goliath up forward for Palm Beach Currumbin.
Well, you can get all these stats and accolades, but it's what he does off the ball that's been so impressive with Casbolt.
Levi for 7. He doesn't like it off the boot. He's missed it, pushed it away to the right-hand side, so let off the Redland-Victoria Point. Margin extends out to 41 points.
It's the second efforts for Levi that's been really impressive all season long, to be perfectly honest. His tackling pressure, being able to lock the ball in, and Stallard just launches the ball out from full back, looking for Malone and Huddy. No one can get hands to the footy. This young man, Callahan, gets crunched straight away. But again, you look at the likes of Brown, you look at the likes of Huddy, and you look at the likes of Cameron. They've literally done nothing all afternoon. Hasn't given their team anything this afternoon. Brown with that kick, speaking of players that have done a lot more than nothing, Seacack takes probably his 8th or 9th intercept mark. He's going to launch it again towards half forward. Casbold, and on that occasion, young man in Jessen gets third man up, punches the ball over the boundary line. And they've had such a good year this year, Redland-Victoria Point. I mean, arguably, if they'd gone over the line today, they would have been minor premier, which they haven't been able to do.
One thing we will say about Redland-Victoria Point is every time they put in a poor showing, and they were belted by Aspley earlier in the year, they've come back from it well. As the kick goes inside forward 50, bounced over the head of Thompson. Williams gathered, hoofed it on the boot towards half-back. Big fly there by Patterson, and he took it with the one hand on the way down.
That's mark of the day for me, Patterson, the Allies' young gun.
Hasn't he got a big future in front of him as he kicks up towards the goal square? Rubok couldn't complete the mark. He had plenty of it as the kick comes up. And Beekoff Smart has taken a really good mark. 45 from home. He's going to chip it forward over the head of Stringer. Stringer tracking it back, was pushed off it by Brown. And here come the Sharks through the middle of the ground. Brown, risky kick, but it found Pell. Pell looks up towards half forward. That's a beautiful kick. Hit Jessen on the tit, and he's going to go long. Jessen into the goal square. Hamilman's getting back. He's taken the mark. And Matty Hamilman doing what he can to add a bit of respectability to this scoreboard, and that was great movement through the middle of the ground. And how about that kick from young Cooper Pell? That was 45 metres, and it was a heat-seeking missile.
Got to his teammate in a real hurry, but even as Hamilman kicks another goal.
So Hamilman's got his 6th of the day. He draws level with Big Levi.
But even that kick there, where you could see, you could see Cameron screaming into the goal square. It was a 2-on-1, and still the kick went towards Hamilman because they've got no confidence in Cameron to compete at the moment. And Hamilman went, leave it to me, boys, and took another contested mark, kicked another goal. So he's kicked 6 this afternoon. He moves to 91. And I tell you what, he comes
you'd back him in to get the ton during
You'd
finals.
almost back him in come finals time. But yeah, a little bit too little too late as Malone, Atkins, little chip kick around the corner. Mark has been paid, even though I think that was one of those, okay, I'm going to blow the whistle. He can't drop this. Ends up dropping it. Has to pay it.
Preempted it.
Hunkin.
And now he's going to take it off him and ball it up.
Wow.
Well, story of Redland's day. Palm Beach.
The harder you try, the worse it gets sometimes.
They lead by 35 points to the Lions. Malone won the hit out. Miller, the handball to back, was paddled forward there into the path of Pettlewood, who rode a big bump there from Simpson. Ball still forward. Palm Beach come up with it. Simpson working, got it to Beekman Smart. Smart goes inside, forward 50 in the Casbolt direction. Overrunning it was Beeman, trying to get a hand on it and then eventually coming across. Still keeping the ball in play was Jet Jessen, did well there, goes out close to the boundary line and sliding in to take the mark there was Cameron. One of his rare forays up the ground. Cameron goes into the middle. It was a risky kick. Thompson had plenty of company. I think he's going to get a free kick here. Matty Thompson, he is on the point of the square at half back. He looks forward and he's got a man out here. And it was Brown running ahead of the football, and Brown has taken a mark with Harry Benson for company. He chips it short to half forward, and now they go inside forward 50. Hambleton beat a tackle. Will send this one to the top of the goal square in the Hamilman direction. Working with a couple, was knocked away from Jessen. Beekman Smart did really well. Patterson with one hand pinned behind his back. He's going to be called for holding the footy. So Redland-Victoria Point will get the free kick, and it's going to go the way of the young fella Cooper Pell, who's tried hard down forward with his pressure. He's kicked one on the day. And this for a second to cut the margin to 29 points.
Well, Beekoff Smart has been brilliant this afternoon. Absolutely brilliant. And again, it's that half-back line for Palm Beach that has stood up well when the game was on the line in that second quarter. Redland just couldn't break the wall, unfortunately.
So Pell comes in, strikes it well, looks good off the boot. He's got his second, Cooper Pell. So with 13 3/4 minutes played, the margin's been cut to 29 points. It would take a miracle from here, but they're just hanging around.
Next goal, next score is so important for both sides. I mean, I've been plugging this game all week, to be honest, thinking this is going to be an absolute beauty, right down to the wire. There's still a possibility of that happening, but a lot has got to go right in the next 5 minutes for Redland-Victoria Point to get close to trying to snatch this game. Minor premiership up for grabs. What can they do? Redland-Victoria Point. Palm Beach have been so good for so long this afternoon. 14 scoring shots to 28. Palm Beach could have blown this game up in the space of a half a footy. Simpson just drops the head. This man this afternoon, I like the way this man's played. Speaking of no love lost.
He's tempting fate by
throwing
the left hand out there.
Jessen. There's no such thing as a jumper punch anymore.
He's lucky he didn't collect Stringer.
Peterwood. Been down on his usual form. Play continues. Ball rolling around. Seacack once again with the roving. Got the ball out somehow to Marcus White. Free kick's been paid though to the Sharks. The free kick's going to be paid to Cooper Anderson. Anderson to Williams. Goes 40 metres backwards. Kicks to half back. Got to hit some targets now to the Sharks. Hunkin to Thompson. Thompson looking for Hunkin. O'Sullivan to Williams. Williams, bit of space out wide. Finds a target. This man again. And Jessen. Jessen goes long. No one at home for the Sharks. And coming in there with an easy mark in the end.
Big Levi Casbolt at halfback. He's going to look across his defensive 50. Risky kick. Petalwood lurking. They come up with it though. And Laverde can work it around the outer side. Laverde goes looking for White, who high pointed the football, took a strong mark in front of Dylan Smith. So White has it, outer side wing, right. Stalagmite Oval. He's got numbers streaming forward. He goes long. Stringer set himself for a fly at the footy. Williams came up with it, intercept mark.
No, Graham with the free kick, got a shove.
Graham's going to get a free kick, and it's going to go against Harrison Hunkin, who just edged him under the football, but had two hands in the back. So Graham from the edge of 50.
How many times have we seen that this afternoon? The 2-on-1 in favour of the Sharks, and it ends up being a free kick to Palm Beach.
Well, Sam Graham, very confident that he's got the trip in him. He's going to go back, take his full allotment, pull the socks up a little.
I don't want to see Levi Casbolt behind the footy anytime again soon. That was a shocking kick that almost resulted in a goal for Redland.
Not known for his deadly boot. So Graham from the edge of 50, he's pulled that. That's going to go out on the full. Another let off, and the margin still at 29 points. 17.25 minutes played last quarter. TPIL Lawyers QAFL match of the day. So Thompson with the free kick, and he's going to be called to go back over the mark. So let's run that one again. Thompson looking up the line. All the options being covered by Palm Beach Currumbin. He's just going to have to sink the slipper into this one and go long. He does in the Cameron direction. And the mark has been taken by Clay Cameron. Cameron looks inboard where he's got a man on. That's a risky kick, but it comes off. Hunkin takes it at centre half back. He wheels around. He's got a man further afield. Oh, kick just sat up. Beekman Smart came along. Laid a good tackle. We'll have a ball up.
They're so good at, you know, they cover the space. They know where the direction of the ball is going to go, and their ability just to close the space.
So free kick's going to go the way of Tawan Bromwich.
Oh, here we go.
That's a beautiful kick into the middle of the ground, and it's unleashed Matthew Owen. Owen runs his full allotment, sends it in the Hamilton direction. Had Heathcote hanging off him. Free kick given away, and another goal's been kicked by Matty Hamilton. He's got 7 on the day. And the margin's back to 23 points. So 4 straight kicks. 18 minutes played. We're not in time on yet.
This couldn't happen, could it?
Wow.
This couldn't happen, surely. The way Palm Beach has dominated this afternoon, you'd be kicking yourself if you're a Palm Beach Currumbin supporter. You're like, surely. We've got the minor premiership zone up here. Surely. 45-point leaders at one point.
Matty Hamilton, 7 goals from 11 kicked on the day.
He just keeps going. I mean, even when you think he's had a bad day, he'll kick 6 or 7. At some point, he's going to bob up and be a dominant force for you. Unfortunately, there's been a lot been able to go with him this afternoon. But like you say, 4 straight kicks, they could snatch this.
It almost doesn't seem fair for how well Palm Beach Currumbin have dominated this game as Simpson streams out of the middle, takes a couple bounces from 55. Simpson puts the nail in the coffin. What a goal!
Goal of the day, Tommy Simpson. And we talk about bulls in the midfield. That was a bull on full display. Get out of my way, and I'm going to win this game for us, boys.
As soon as the ball landed in his arms, he just put his head down, pumped those little legs of his. Was not going to be denied, and the finish from 55 was absolutely sublime. Tom Simpson, take a bow.
Dusty,
I'm willing to call it now. That's game.
Dusty Munn, eat your heart out. Tommy Simpson looks fairly similar to...
probably got Dusty covered in the tats department.
Oh, geez, I'm not sure
Maybe
about
just
that.
needs one on the neck. So, Tommy, a little bit of ink for you during the week. But what a finish. Margin back out to 29 points. They're going to go forward again through King. High up and under ball. Williams floating across. All Palm Beach Currumbin at ground level. Beeman from point blank range sends Thompson the wrong way and blasts it home.
Well,
so they're finishing strong.
Well, we said, less than 4 kicks, 23 points, and all of a sudden, I think someone heard us and went, no, that's not going to happen. Go bang, bang. All of a sudden, imagine back out to 35. 21 minutes played, final quarter. And Palm Beach, every time they've been challenged today, and probably for most of the year, every time a team starts to hit back against them, they go, no, boys. They go 1-2, we're back in front, and game over.
And so those 2 goals coming from basically centre clearances while Craig Malone has been off the ground. And Jared Huddy's been doing the ruck work. So it just shows how critical Malone is in the middle as Casbolt wins another clearance. Huddy just pushed Simpson off the footy, goes back in and wins it. Huddy, going to be run down by O'Brien. He was holding the ball. He tried hard there, Huddy.
It's been one of those days for Huddy this afternoon. He hasn't been able to get near the footy, and that contest there is pretty much tail of the tape.
So Hunker managed to knock the ball away from Casbolt close to the boundary line, happy to just retreat over the line, and we'll have a throw in 45 out from Palm Beach's goal.
Well, we'll have to go through some 1-2-3s at the end of this game. There'll be a handful of players you could pick from. I think I've got my 3-2-1 this afternoon wrapped up, but there's Casbolt and Sallard have a nice little friendly chat behind the ball here. Palm Beach again, looking to clear. Those come together. Reece King's had a pretty good day this afternoon.
He'd be in contention for a vote.
Lined up on Peterwood. He's been fairly quiet. Simpson with the tackle again. Handball. Ends up with O'Brien. Kick towards goal. Coming back beautifully. O'Brien kisses the arm. Points to the sky. That might have been a little bit of a thank you very much towards Jackson Graham. A little bit of a salute there from Liam O'Brien. And again, in the space of 2 minutes, they've kicked the next 3 goals, Palm Beach.
And we're back out to a 41-point margin, which, to be fair, is reflective of how the game has been played. 31 scoring shots to 15 on the day. 16 scoring shot differential. And Palm Beach, when they've needed to, they have responded.
And give credit where it's due. I mean, Redland-Victoria Point, they've been down on some, personnel this afternoon. They've come down to Palm Beach. Pretty big crowd. Finals type atmosphere. And Palm Beach has set the competition on notice.
How good is that? So Adrian Williams receiving the ball back from the crowd. He has kicked the torp from the defensive goal square, and it has landed almost at the centre circle. That is a fair hoof. Doesn't count for a stat, but
you'd almost give him a stat for that, surely.
So Atkins back on the ground. Big Craig Malone looking to come back on. Ball in the middle. Lincoln won the hit out. Sorry, Huddy won the hit out, in fact. Plenty of players around the footy. Handball, too hot for Miller to handball. And tracks it back. Had Graham for company, just kicked it around the corner. Simpson working hard, looking in the ball. Picked it up, tried to shrug a tackle, did. Got the hands off to Atkins, who had Beakoff Smart running past, who chips it up towards half forward. Patterson gathered with the one arm free, just managed to get it on his boot. Flying in there was Benson. Atkins put his head over the football, handballed it out. Was picked up by Offermans. And now running up the wing was Hunkin. Close to the boundary line, he chips up towards half forward. Kick went over the head there of Prokost. Tracking it towards the line was Graham.
And that shows you now, it's like, okay, let's send Prokost up forward. It's like, well, you're probably 3 quarters too late, because he's been in such a hard position down back all the afternoon, and then what? You want him to pull up forward and kick 3 or 4 in the space of a minute.
Shuffling deck chairs on the Titanic at this point. As Huddy gets front position. O'Brien kicked a great goal a moment ago. Swept a handball over the top to King, who gathered close to the boundary line. Turns the Jets on, takes a bounce, goes towards half forward. Casbold again. Big Levi pushes back off the mark. He's 45 from home. If he goes back over the mark, he'll have to kick this from just on the arc. And when you're having a day like Big Levi is, go back and back yourself, big man.
He doesn't want Hamilman to outscore him this afternoon. Hamilman's on 7 at the moment. Casbold on 6.
So Levi, he'll have to kick this every bit of 50 metres. Crosses the arc now. Strikes it very cleanly. It's on line. It's holding up in the breeze. It's just faded across to the right-hand side, and another minus score. So Palm Beach, 16-16, 112. Redlands, 11-4-70. The margin, 42 points, as we tick over 26 minutes played in this last quarter for TPIL Lawyers.
O'Sullivan, kick out to Stallard. Stallard getting a little bit wider. This has been caught out on a number of occasions. Not quite sure where to go. That's a shocking handball. Might rove it himself. Lays a solid tackle. He's giving away the free kick though. So Palm Beach, dying stages here. Tick under 27 minutes played. Here we go. Here's a chance. Kick to the pocket. No one at home for Palm Beach. Gets over the back. Casbold!
Well, Big Levi had given up on that football.
Levi was over the fence behind the goal square.
Jessen and Williams raffled it. Nobody had the winning ticket, and the ball's just fallen into the arms of Big Levi, who might be going to buy himself a raffled ticket, such as the luck that has befallen him on that occasion.
Well, if you wanted to typify the game this afternoon, that was the perfect example of it. 2 Sharks players got no idea what's going on, and Casbold seen in the goal square. That's the easiest goal you'll ever see in your life.
Sometimes it's just not your day.
And he squared up the ledger. It's 7 apiece.
Casbold 7, Hamilman 7 in a losing effort.
14 goals of half the scores has come between those two this afternoon. Absolutely brilliant display by both players.
So Jared Huddy to go up against Atkins in the ruck. Atkins won it down. Offermans overran it. Benson got it back to Patterson. Patterson twisting and turning on that left boot. Finds Graham at half back. Now Graham's got a man out. It's Beakoff Smart who's found space on the wing. He handballs it forward to Simpson, who's had a brilliant last quarter. 1-2 with Beakoff Smart, who handballs it towards Stringer. Stringer runs inside 50 from a tight angle, goes top of the square. Casbold again couldn't quite complete the mark. Redlands get players back at ground level. Chapman just handballed it into space close to the boundary line, and they'll be happy to see it over. That was Bromwich who saw it over the line, and will have a throw in, 30 out from the Palm Beach Currumbin goal.
And it's even the perceived pressure. Like, just been under so much pressure. Panic stations galore for Redland defence. And the damn wall looks like it's completely broken at this stage. 48 points the margin in favour of Palm Beach as Malone plays the front again, looking for Chapman. Trying to keep it in there. There's a line. But even the season that Harry Benson has had this year, he hasn't done a lot today.
Equal first in the coaches' votes.
He hasn't
Might
done
struggle to get into the coaches' votes today.
He hasn't done much at all today. But when the ball's been in his vicinity, he stood up strong, which is what the majority of the Palm Beach side has done this afternoon. Is Huddy. Won a dual tap out there. O'Sullivan with the tackle. Oh, speaking of which, ends up with it again, Benson. Still rolling around. Ends up with the Lions. Sharks intercept. Hunkin's been pretty good this afternoon. Just hacks the ball forward. Cameron trying to punch the ball forward again. Hamilman. Back to Cameron. Cameron kicking towards an open goal. Out of bounds.
That's the story of Clay Cameron's day. He's had a real dirty day, Clay Cameron. Overrun the footy a number of times. It's been well held. And the Sharks will need him to stand up come finals time. So we're in the dying stages here. The Stalagmite Oval. It's been a glorious day for football. We're over 30 minutes played in this last quarter. Palm Beach kicked the last 4 goals of the game to lead by 48 points. Ball back into play. The Sharks in attack. O'Sullivan had it. Was wrapped up about 45 metres from home, and we'll have another ball up. Siren just moments away as Kane Browning works on his votes.
Oh,
the 3-2-1. Geez, you've got a tough job. Benson slung in the tackle. Got boot on ball. Free kick is going to come out. Which way will it go? It'll go the way of the Sharks. It's going to be Matthew Owen, who's got a man inside the forward 50. It was a shocking kick in board. Hamilman's come up with it. Opts to give off the handball to Bromwich, who had a snap-on goal.
No
and
way.
Bromwich has kicked it from a very tight angle. So Tawan Bromwich, a late goal to add some respectability to the scoreboard. Redlands get their 12th. They're 12-4-76. Palm Beach 17-16, 118, a 42-point margin.
Another emergency that must have been a late caller.
Tawan Bromwich has done some nice things in this second half. And kicks Redlands 12th of the day. We're up around the 32-minute mark in this last quarter. The shadows creeping across Stalagmite Oval. It's been a big crowd that's starting to thin out now.
I'm trying to go through my 3-2-1, and it's so hard going through the Palm Beach side, working out who deserves the votes and who's probably a special mention rather than a vote getter this afternoon.
So Offermans, he's got a man at half forward. It's Owen. So Owen with space to work in, just allowed to stroll inside the 50, and Owen's kicked a goal. So they get a couple to close out this one. And Matthew Owen, another one of their youngsters who's tried hard. It's their 13th. They're 13-4-82. Palm Beach 17-16, 118. The margin cut to 36 points.
Well, you know, it wasn't that long ago where they'd only been able to manage 8 shots on goal. They've ended up with 17, and they've kicked 13 goals from their 17 shots. So when they've had opportunity inside attacking 50, they've taken their chances. Unfortunately, at the other end of the ground, Palm Beach have had a ton more chances and kicked a bigger score, unfortunately. As play continues now, here come the Lions again. Looking for Beeman and Casbob. Beeman playing in front. Casbob probably spoiled him in the end. O'Sullivan, good kick into the middle of the ground. Can they finish with another goal, the Sharks? This is Offermans. Gets tackled. Chapman's going to be first onto it. Simpson trying to lay the tackle. Good defensive effort from him. Ball rolling into some open space. Guys attack the footy. Great contest there. Palm Beach end up with it. Now they're on the rebound. Where do they go from here? Simpson again. His second half has been ridiculous this afternoon. Ended up with arguably one of the goals of the day. He's going to get on the right foot now. Launch it towards Casbolt. Didn't quite get there. High shot. Had to see that. And
Young
O'Sullivan.
Sam Chilmy got his head ripped off.
And from Huddy again. Like, Huddy's been clipping people high all day. But the problem is, like, he's probably close to
Benjanese, big fella.
200 centimetres tall.
Benjanese.
So it's a long way between to lower the impact zone. But, yeah, and he's still trying to have a conversation with the umpire too, going, geez, there's not much more I can do this afternoon. I haven't been given any luck at all.
So Sam Chilmy, you haven't called his name a hell of a lot.
Not a lot at all. Chilmy, last nail in the coffin for the minor premiership. A little bit of a 9-iron there. Didn't even get close to making the distance there. Dropped it about 5 metres out from the goal line.
So Stallard brings it in, goes right
look
up
at that
the guts.
kick.
That's a beautiful kick, travelled all of about 80 metres. Pell copped a cruel bounce. Beekoff smart came across, handed it off to Adkins. Still backtracking and coming up with the football is Prokos in the forward flank. Got it to Brown. Brown dribbled it from a really tight angle, intercepted on the goal line. Palm Beach get out of danger. They go long towards half back, but coming at the football was Hambleton, who took a strong mark on his chest, chips it into the pocket. Guess who? Matty Hamilton. And this at the last gasp to win the individual duel against Levi Casbolt and kick his 8th goal of the day.
Jeez. Again, I've been so impressed with his ability on the lead as the siren goes.
So Hamilton on the siren. He'll have to kick this one from 45 metres, 45-degree angle. Strikes it nicely. He's put it through.
No.
So an 8th goal on the siren from Matthew Hamilton. What a performance in a losing side. Kicks his 8th. But siren has sounded. It is full time at Stalagmite Oval. And Palm Beach Currumbin have won the minor premiership with an almighty display in the last round of the season. 17-17, 119. Defeated Redlands 14-4, 88. The final margin, 31 points on the day.
Jeez.
And let the celebrations begin for Palm Beach Currumbin. They've been outstanding all season, and they will go into the final series as the minor premiers.
Well, just quickly, I mean, considering the emotional roller coaster there's been the last couple of weeks, you talk about clubs being able to get together, stand up, stay united, and with an incredible effort this afternoon against arguably at least one, if not, definitely in the top 2 best sides in the competition. Minor premiership on the line. They've blown this competition apart.
It's been an outstanding performance. So let's run through the goal kickers. Levi Casbolt led the way for Palm Beach Currumbin with 7 goals. Corey Beeman, who flew for everything on the day, kicked 3. 2 goals to Blair Rubach and singles to Reece King, Tom Simpson, which was goal of the day, Liam O'Brien and Matt Hollier. Matthew Hamilton, he played a lone hand with 8 goals for Redland-Victoria point. Cooper Pell kicked 2. Twan Bromwich, Matthew Owen, Miles Callahan and Cooper Anderson with signals. I've got to get out of here, so let's do the votes quickly. Wrap this one up on Match of the Day. Kane Browning, you're 3, 2 and 1. Let's start with the 1 vote. Who have you got?
Oh, geez, that's the hardest one. I mean, how do you...
You're going to let somebody down.
How do you bypass arguably 2 blokes who've kicked 15 goals between them? Matty Hamilton with 8, Levi Casbolt with 7. Oh, jeez, people are going to hate me either way. Look, I've given my 1 vote to Levi Casbolt. He's kicked 7 goals, but his ability around the ground to impact the contest, pinched hit in the ruck at times, He even found himself at centre back at one point, which was crazy to me. His 7 goals were brilliant this afternoon. 2 votes for me. Tommy Simpson, what more can you say? The recruit from Labrador, he's been dominant. When the game needed to be won after half-time, he stood up more than anyone else on the ground. And my 3 votes, I just couldn't go past him. This man right here, number 12, Ethan Seacack, intercepted the ball at will, set up so many players from half-back, and his dominant display, especially in that second quarter when the game was really up for grabs, just set up the Palm Beach Currumbin Lions for the best opportunity to run away with this game. That's my 3-2-1, and people might love me, people might hate me, but Hammerman, I'm sorry, you just couldn't sneak in with a solid 8-goal effort this afternoon.
Very tough, Judge. That's it for us on TPIL Lawyers QAFL Round 20 match of the day. Palm Beach Currumbin have sewn up the minor premiership with a 31-point victory at Stalagmite Oval over Redland-Victoria Point. Thank you for your company. We will be back for the first week of finals. My name's Jack Fulham. Kane Browning on the gantry with me, signing off. It's been a fantastic day. Palm Beach Currumbin, congratulations on your minor premiership. We'll see you for finals. Goodbye for now.